Hello, and welcome back to Roll X Play, where we roll dice and we play games. You've joined us for a very special one-shot, where we have been joined by the illustrious SideQuest, as you can see below. Say hello, guys. Here we go.
Hi.
Hello. So what we'll do is we'll just introduce ourselves quickly one by one. I'm Max, I'm the DM, I'm a part of Roll X Play. Joining with me, I have Robbie from Roll X Play as well. And then down below, if you guys will introduce yourselves one by one.
So we go right to left, or?
Wait, but it's flipped. What does that mean? Hi there, I'm Terry Toes. I'll be playing Haberdashery Dingleberry, a turtle wizard who's very, very old and a little bit senile, but we love him. He has good ideas sometimes. And ready for adventure.
Hi, I'm Shannon. I will be playing the Water Genasi druid known as Rain Triton. She's very naive. She's loves mysteries though, and a bit of adventure. And yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
My name's Reese. I'm playing a kobold called Salt Rock, who's all about adventure. I can't wait to go on an adventure. I'm going to go to a dark castle, save a beautiful dragon, and defeat an evil princess. Adventure.
My name is Tom, and I'll be playing Jason No, a gnome mercenary monk who has no memory of who he is once he crawled out of a cave one day. Yeah. Pleased to meet you.
Ominous music plays in the background. Very good.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Robbie, you'll be playing today?
I'll be playing Marius, a bard who used to be a fighter champion, but has long abandoned that profession to pursue something a bit more peaceful, quote unquote.
Very good. So this is the group, this is who we are, and we're just going to dive straight into it. So to give you a little bit of an intro of where we are and a bit of a setting itself. So we are located in the continent of Dunavir. It is a melting pot of elemental energies where the land is divided into all 4 elements. Here you can find floating stone islands where villages and towns sit, perpetual cyclones that protect monuments to the gods, water-based nomads that create large bodies of water like lakes and rivers that appear and disappear within a day as they move on to the next spot, and as well flaming scorched lands so hot that even the locals rely on other methods to thrive. The tribes contest these lands, each one representing their respective element. Since the dawn of time, these tribes have fought for the honor of their tribe, and now it has become a staple for their culture, where their strongest warriors will be brought to an arena known as the nexus of all elements. But among this talk of war and fighting, there are towns and villages here that hold none of that philosophy, progressing past the more barbaric sentiment of the past. This brings us to the town of Stillwind. Located on the edge of arid lands is a settlement which has been freshly assembled, relying on hardened clay, stone, and solid oak trunks to build their homes to withstand this harsh environment. But luckily, a newly inventor has created a device that completely surrounds the city and stops those harsh winds from coming through. Inside Stillwind, it's calm and quiet. It's a nice little town. Quite the opposite of what lies outside of its bubble. Travelers come and go on beasts of burden that are monstrous creatures, bulky and strong, to maintain their master's precious cargo. But we move away from the streets and focus on a large shop that all of you have entered. A 1-story building, but tall and wide. Inside is a singular room, but it is filled with long rows of shelves, dangling elements, tall bookcases, all with a very musty smell, which kind of like causes a slight cough on occasion for some of you walking in. It's like walking into a storage unit, completely stacked with ornaments, both brilliant shine and old and ruddy, with very odd, eclectic, and straight up weird stuff everywhere. And this is where we find you guys. No one has kind of been here to greet you yet, but you've all known to come here as a part of this job that you've been requested for. So I'll ask you guys one by one to introduce your characters and describe what you're doing in this storage unit, and if you are interacting with any of this strangeness around you. Who would like to go first?
Yeah, I will.
Everyone looked at one.
No, so that's fine. So I'll go first. So a little bit about Rain. She is from a druidic tribe within both, probably in the water part of the lands, as they live both underwater and on land on occasion. They've had a very, very isolated upbringing. They are considered, I'm going to say, quote unquote, royalty, because they were born of what they thought was a water goddess and also the leader of my druidic tribe. One thing led to another. She wanted to know more about what they would call the land folk. And so she left home, got cursed by a sorceress to lose her voice. She found that sorcerer, murdered them, regained her voice, and she's just been kind of walking around the lands ever since, trying to uncover all of the mysteries about just like objects or cultures, to give all of that information back to her tribe. And she has come across some friends, and she loves helping little creatures. So she's very much just been probably following Salt Rock, and just going where the wind takes her and the adventure takes her. She absolutely is messing with everything in this room. She has a bit of a treasure trove herself at home. So she's definitely trying to figure out what everything is. And just going around going, Salt Rock,
Yeah.
look at this stuff.
Whoa.
Isn't it neat?
Whoa.
This is really cool. What is this?
There's a book.
A book? And she picks up this book and just rips a page and just puts it in her mouth and goes, oh no, thank you, Salt Rock.
Tastes nice to me.
Oh no, not for my sensitive palate.
It's really good. Salt Rock is currently eating just a few pages of that book, and to best describe Salt Rock, they used to be a sailor for a trading company, but a few years ago they read one too many adventure books of tales of the past and just seeks the desires to adventure themselves. This little kobold, red scales they are, just wants to go on their fine adventure themselves, although they don't quite know what adventuring even is. They just know it's epic. And at the moment, he's just looking through the shelves for any books that detail any adventures of the past to get a better understanding of what adventure is. And also currently at the moment munching on one of the books.
Getting a taste of adventure, you could say.
Literally.
Exactly.
Salt Rock, if Reese, if you could actually just roll a d20 for me. This is going to be the first roll of the session.
Fantastic.
Cool. It's a 7.
7, okay. You begin to eat the pages, and there's a bit of an awful bitter taste to them. And you feel like your brain's a bit muddled slightly, probably a bit more than it normally is. And you will have a reduction to your intelligence checks for the next hour by 1d4.
Okay, that makes sense. That's fine.
I love that.
Lord, those books.
So, yeah. So you said 1d4 to intelligence checks.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me just find my...
No worries.
Cool.
We'll move on to the next one. So who else?
3, so I'm definitely more stupid.
So I'm playing Jason Norm. Jason is a small, bald gnome that one day crawled out of a cave, like I said, with no memory of who he was or what he did before. He's a very aggressive character who basically just wears a hood the whole time, and because he found himself being very proficient at fighting hand to hand and with bladed weapons, he went into the mercenary business, and that's how he ends up here in this place, sat on a crate, sharpening his short sword and not speaking with anyone.
Okay. If you could roll an investigation check for me.
Okay.
That's 14.
14. Shannon, I'll ask you to roll a perception check as well.
Yeah, of course. 16.
16. Okay. Well, Jason, Tom, you find as you're looking around here in this just kind of strange sort of, there's weapons everywhere. There's not just like relics and kind of like the little ornaments that have been made by tribes and kind of places from far away. But there's also weapons. You can see dangling swords, daggers as well. There is one that is kind of resting next to the crate that you're sat on. You see it's a brilliant, beautiful silver sword, which kind of like you're looking and going, looks pretty good. Looks quite sharp.
I'll pick it up. Yeah.
Okay. So you can add a +1 silver short sword to your equipment.
Nice.
Nice.
And for Shannon, for Rain, you are looking around, just taking in all of these little trinkets that you see here. And as you kind of see some of the maybe more grotesque things here, there are skeletons, there's bones, there's some from probably smaller creatures as well, some that you probably would have called friends. So it's kind of like, oh, stay away from those. But you go over to another area and you can see that there is a brooch just kind of left there, quite shining and pretty. It has a bit of a glow to it as well, seems to be enchanted. But yeah, it just kind of catches your eye as it's sat there on the shelf.
I will very delicately pick it up and just stare at it for about 5 seconds in silence and then go, well, this is quite nice, isn't it?
Was that food?
I don't. And then she'll lick it and then be like, oh, no. I think it's quite pretty. And she's just going to put it in her pocket.
Okay.
That's it.
Sure thing. You can add, so if you use this as an arcane focus, you'll be able to add a +1 to your spellcasting rolls. This includes your DC saving throw as well.
Wonderful.
Bear that in mind. Reese, you just rolled like shit, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay, who wants to go next? We have 2 people left.
Yeah, I'll go. My name is Haberdashery Dingleberry, named after my father and his father before him, and his father before him, and his father before him, who was found in a discount bin at a TK Maxx.
Okay.
And I'm sort of, a very, very, imagine a very old, who is like a turtle, so like a turtle person for the layman. They have like a really long beard, like it literally drags on the ground as they walk around. They're not even sure how old they are. They've forgotten. It could be hundreds of years, could be thousands, who knows. And they are super learned. They're quite good with spells and stuff. They are a bit of a shut away. They like to shut themselves in and just do lots of studying. One time they didn't speak to anyone for 10 years, just because they forgot to. And they're quite obsessed with elves and elf culture, and that's what kind of finally eventually got them out of their study room. They're super obsessed with elves to like a weird degree, and they've got like little fake elf made themselves, and they learnt what they believed to be Elvish, but actually it was a dead language called Crag. So they think they speak fluent Elvish, but they don't actually know a word of it. And I guess they're just sort of wandering around, taking in this place, remembering, trying to feeling connected to their great granddad, looking for, I guess, Elvish, anything that seems remotely Elvish.
If you could roll an Arcana check as you are looking around. As well, how big is haberdashery in their shell? How much space do they like take up? Are they quite squat wide?
Yeah, they're about 5 foot, so not very tall, but like really, they're almost 5 foot.
Okay. On occasion, you will like be skirting against things. You hear the shell just kind of rattle against some of the stuff that's hanging against the shelves. On occasion, there's like some things are going to fall, but you're careful enough, kind of.
Arcana, +6, nice. 11.
11. Looking around, you are kind of like looking at the kind of walls, the shelving here. There's nothing that really catches your eye. But there is one thing that is just not placed on anything. Instead, it's hanging above. You see what looks like some sort of the best way to describe it is like a mummy, a wrapped up in bandages person. No like sarcophagus, no like tomb around them, but instead hung by chains to their feet and their neck. They're kind of like laying flat up, maybe about 15 feet in the air, and it's fair ways away, but you just spot it. The only reason that it catches your eye is because on the bandages themselves that wrap around this body, you can see there's glyphs and runes that kind of have a slight glow to them. And to you, they're having a bit of this like elven touch. You're not able to describe what specifically, but you're just getting that sort of theme from them, at least. So it kind of catches your eye that way.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of look up at it and I'm like, huh, what a weird chandelier. And then I'm gonna, is it like reachable at all?
It's about 15 feet in the air. So if you have any way to make the distance,
Is there any like shelving nearby that I could climb on?
you can definitely give it a shot if you want to. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, time to get the old knees in gear. Who is Daisy? And I'm just gonna
Okay.
start clambering onto shelves to see if I can get up
Roll
there.
acrobatics or athletics check.
Everyone
What's
just is
Natasha
like
doing right now?
dragging in the corner.
I'm not sure. Maybe they just need to stretch their legs.
Ah, okay.
Amazingly, a 20. Not natural, but
Yeah. Okay. Whilst that's going on, everyone, all of you, no matter where you are, you just look over to the left and you just see Haberdashery beginning to just scale elements of the shelf. Do you care if anything drops off of it? Are you being careful?
Hepsy Daisy. No, I'm not really. I mean, I don't want to make a huge. I've lost a lot of feeling in my shell and surrounding parts, so I don't even know what I'm knocking on.
Okay. So because he's slightly deaf as well, he doesn't actually realize that pots and things are beginning to smash onto the ground. So all of you kind of alerted by that, see Haberdashery climbing. For Robbie, if you could describe your character, please.
Yeah, so Marius is a tiefling with kind of pale gray skin, very bright red, curly hair, a little curly mustache with a beard, dressed in like very colorful, extravagant clothing, almost something you would see like a circus performer wear, but adjusted for outerwear and travel. And he does have a lute on the back, kind of with little leather strap so he can carry it around. Yeah, an eye patch on one of the eyes. Is it real? Who knows? He's just kind of looking at whatever's going on with everyone in this room, kind of almost fascinated, just like, wow, this is, huh. You see something new every day.
If you could roll an insight check as you're just watching all of this take
yeah.
place.
Let me not roll it on the.
Careful.
That is a 14.
14. Okay. You are currently kind of purveying the land, seeing everyone here. The room is quite deep, again, cluttered as anything. So trying to see anything past the end of this room is quite difficult. But you do notice that there are a pair of eyes at the end of the room that aren't a part of your troop here, that have been watching this entire time. Just kind of examining from afar, hidden in shadow for the most part. You see their eyes are trained on Haberdashery, who is climbing the side of this kind of shelving system. Haberdashery, you climb to the top. However, everything is on the ground, broken, but you've made it to the top, and you can see that kind of incarcerated body just there, just hanging loose. The body itself is about maybe 5.5 feet long. So that's how tall the person is, completely wrapped in these bandages. But yeah, what would you like to do whilst you're up there?
I guess can I inspect a little closer to make out whether it was the body was originally of elven origin?
Sure, then roll a history check. History or religion, you can use either one.
I'm scared that you said religion.
Okay. 14.
14. Yes, it seems like it is. But in fact, you can see almost elements weaved in that are the reason that it was elvish in nature. Now you're beginning to pick up on it's because there's a bit of a fey element involved. A fey is a creature from another world that is based in stories and fables. But as well, mixed in with this, you can see almost like a reddish undertone, which is more infernal from the nine hells, a devil, if you will. You're seeing like this kind of binding weave that seems to merge the two elements together and form and wrap around this singular body, which is just laid there as ornamental, perhaps, maybe, you're not sure. But as you are kind of perceiving it, and everyone else is kind of like, what the hell's going on? You all hear this voice from deep within the rest of the storage unit. And Marius, you see it originates from those eyes that's been watching this entire time. You just hear, "Welcome all to my Hall of Antiquities. Have you had a good look around?"
Oh, yes, thank you.
I don't think the snack's too good to be fair. It tastes kind of bitter.
Oh, stop it. Stop it.
You should not be eating the book of bad knowledge. That is only going to make your mind worse, my friend. Please put it down. And for you up there, if you could please not touch.
How much for the corpse?
That, unfortunately, is not for sale.
Oh,
I'm gonna just gently sort of rest my hands sort of near it and be like, sleep well.
that was so beautiful.
Which I think is Elvish, but of course it isn't.
Your ancient tongue, your words that you say, seem to make some of those runes, the Elvish ones, seem to glow slightly as you say it. Which gives you almost this hint that this is very, very old, probably in the same language that you would have known all those years ago. You hear this voice just shout out, "Do you need a hand getting down from there?"
Let's see. And then I just leap off the shelf.
Okay. You could roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, hopefully no broken ankles 5 minutes in.
3.
Excellent news. Haberdashery, you prepare to jump, but as you jump, you know in that moment when your knees just give way whilst you're walking down the street? It's kind of like that, but both knees just go and you just fall forward.
Oh, there they go. Oh, no.
Fall down, bang, hit against one of the tall shelving units here, and then another shelving unit begins to fall on top of the other one, and then the other one falls on top, and then you just begin to create this domino effect. Now, for everyone else, I'd like all of you to also roll a dexterity saving throw, as you're having to run away and try to remove yourself from the problem.
Oh, that one's quite high, so that would be...
Got 23.
23?
22.
He's fine.
11.
Okay, 11. That's going to be a failure on the 11. Everyone else passes. So, unfortunately, for Rain, you're going to take 2 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are currently just covered with just random ornaments and books that have just pinned you down. So everyone else, you see that Rain just gets caught, her foot catches, and then the rest of her kind of torso is buried in all of these things. But as she is kind of like pinned down, you do see all of the shells begin to lift up with one fell swoop. You see at the back, where the voice had originated before, you can now see them clearly. You can see this tall, hunched over. The only way I can describe it best is Beast from Beauty and the Beast. Funny how we went on theme with 2 Disney-based characters. But you see this kind of heavily furred, matted, kind of like dark brown with elements of white, wispy hair and fur that come off in trails. Gnarly-looking Minotaur just lift up this huge 4 fallen bookcases and kind of shelving units and just lift them up all in one go. And then you are now free, Ray. As he is doing this, you just hear him say, "Now, please, I do not care for the trinkets here, but I have collected them and I would prefer they stay intact. So,
My bad. That's on me.
Oh, thank you so much. And then Rain's going to go in for a hug.
you run up to him. He's like pulling away. No, just trying to like move away from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you see, stuff. And I thought that was a custodial thing.
Let's just get down to business, all right?
But I want to pet the dog as well.
Are you a dog?
Am I a dog?
Yes.
I don't think he's a dog. He's a minotaur. I think that's quite offensive to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry if I offended.
It's okay. I know Minotaur.
Okay.
Oh no, I think that's dog.
Could be. I get them mixed up sometimes.
I do not speak Minotaur. I only know common. I do not speak Minotaur.
Okay. Thank you.
You could have said anything, and also I do not speak dog, so there is that as well. I
can speak dog.
But you can speak dog? Why didn't you tell me before?
And I can speak to all animals.
Whoa. Learn something new every day.
What are we doing here, right? What are we doing?
Getting down to business.
Yes.
Preferably.
Right.
Well, I'm known for one reason.
That's right. I have heard your reputation, Jason Gnome. The bandits that you had gone against the other day, I heard that they were left in quite a sorts.
Yeah, they underestimated the power of a gnome with a knife.
How many knives do you carry on you nowadays?
Just the one.
Ah,
Just a big knife that I found right here.
that is my knife.
No, it's not.
You may have it. I do not need it.
I could have gone nasty.
Well, with all of this in mind and the destruction of my antiquity shop, I am feeling quite generous. You've caught me on a good day. And you may have seen something here that has caught your eye, and you may keep it, as well as the rest of my collection here. But under one condition. I am in need of one particular item to finish my very personal collection. You may have seen that eyesore of an inn, the Jester's Court, run by the Meadow family. It is a built circus on top of the resting place of a fable of pure beauty. A creature from books and stories known as the Trickster. His tomb underneath this shambles of a building. And I need you to enter this building, to retrieve and find the tomb and its mask. It is a beautiful golden mask, one that is unique and you will never find any like it. Retrieve this to me, my collection will be complete, and you may have everything in this store.
Everything.
Everything you see here. It is meaningless to me. The only thing I covet is this mask. It has been my work, my pride. Everything I have done is to find this one item. And now I hear it is in the hands of the Meadows, and I don't like the Meadows. So please, find it for me.
A quick question: have any of us ever physically seen the mask, or is it on display, or I'm assuming it's hidden? But yeah.
So,
are we familiar with the item? Sorry.
You can roll a history check if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
And anyone else who is interested?
Oh wow!
History int as well, so it's not going to be good for me.
With a 0+, I rolled a 19.
Oh.
Well,
I rolled a 19 as well.
Wow.
I got a nat 20.
I ask because I have find objects as a spell.
Nice.
Tom, you rolling that 20?
Yeah, but it's minus
Okay.
1.
Okay, so nat 20, no, nat 20 is just like an automatic success, no matter if it's a minus or a plus to the
Cool.
So, excellent. And then
I got 15.
Yeah, I got an 11. I would be better, but my legs are in crippling pain right now.
Still on the ground, still
Yeah.
trying to get up. Okay, excellent. Well, for Rain and Jason, the two of you, you've heard of this item before, and you've heard of the inn as well. It's a place that's kind of been quite localized here. It's nothing like it. It's kind of like if you were to think of a Madame Tussauds sort of like style inside, but it's a tavern and an inn. There are also other things there to go and see, but it's all to a cost, a very high cost. It's like going through a private catacombs, if you will, where you pay an extra fee to then go in the underground of the belly and like find out little history and stuff like that. But the inn itself is run by a family which are quite nice in general. The mask itself, though, holds quite a special place with this trickster figure. In terms of the history behind it, the trickster is known to be a person who is bridged between the Fae and the material world, where you guys are. It kind of goes back and forth between the two realms, and it causes little bits of inconveniences. And the main thing is lying. That seems to be how they've kind of ensorcelled themselves, got involved in pockets of society, impacted people's lives by just adding a little hint of a lie, just tricking them in one way or another. For Jason, with a natural 20, you would know as well that this figure has bordered not just between the Fey realm and the material, but as well the Nine Hells. They are a trickster by almost sin, if you will, by following devilish interpretations, charming, persuading, and trying to manipulate those around them. There is almost that hint of they have an origin in both of those worlds and tries to bring the benevolent and the kind of cruel into this one. So not a nice figure whatsoever. And the mask itself seems to be almost their font of power, their like arcane focus, if you will, the thing that allows them to do these things in the first place.
I've heard of this guy. He's not a nice fella.
I have too. It's the mask itself is it's pretty. It's gold.
It's dangerous, is what it is.
I mean, yes, but also it's fine.
Is it adventurous at least?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm in then.
Yeah.
Well, that is good to hear that you are all on board. Are there any hesitations?
I mean, since this item is so dangerous, I just might ask that you're not trying to use it for any nefarious reasons.
No, of course not.
Oh, then it's all right. Then it's perfect.
Why would I ever want to use it? No, this is for my collection. You wouldn't be able to use it anyway unless you had all pieces to the puzzle.
What's the most
there's other
valuable
pieces?
thing I can take from this place once we've got the mask?
Well, there is a diamond-encrusted sword that is worth around 5,000 platinum that you could use and harness yourself if you wish.
Whoa. That's mine. I call dibs.
So you said other pieces.
Yes, it is when the trickster was entombed, he was split into 3 elements: the mind, the body, and the soul. This is part of the body. This is physical embodiment of him in this form of the mask.
Okay.
I mean, I like this guy. He seems to be very nice, considering I've almost ruined his entire workshop here. But so I say I trust him. I say, why not? Let's go on a little adventure, find this mask, bring it home, do some good in the world.
Okay.
I'm only in it for the money.
I see. I do have one question.
Yes, little dog friend, yes.
Can I have this rock on the floor?
The loose bit of stone that had fallen from your friend breaking. Yes, of course.
It's a
That's
nice stone.
Lovely. That's
Yeah.
wonderful.
Imagine if that was the hill he was going to die. It's like, no, the deal's off.
That is it, I'm done. Well, it sounds
Okay.
like we have a plan. Then I leave it in your hands. But I will leave you with this one little, perhaps there will be a bump in the road. Beware as you delve into the tomb, as, well, there is someone else looking for it. My arch rival, if you will, Arthur Bonneville. He'll be hunting for this relic too. He is an elf with a missing eye. Don't let him get to it first, and do whatever it is that is necessary, and you will receive the reward that I am giving you.
I will point to Marius and just be like, wait, you mean this person? What? You mean Marius?
I'm not anybody's rival.
You're missing an eye?
Just because somebody has an eye patch doesn't mean they're missing an eye.
Oh, sorry.
That's eyest.
Or flare.
I get it.
Hey, Rena, should I get an eye patch? Would that be great?
Sure. And she reaches into a pocket and then pulls out a wet napkin.
All right, just so we don't accidentally body the wrong one-eyed guy, can you give us a bit of a more descriptor than that?
Well, he typically wears a long duster jacket. He is as weathered as any beaten man can be. He's a traveler by trade, so he
See, I
will
would
stick
never
out like
wear
a
that.
sore thumb.
I see.
In like a rugged, like attractive way, or like in a kind of slobby way?
Whatever your preference is, I won't judge.
Just curious. I think it's important to know, just things like that. might be-
There's a clear distinction in.
I think someone would, yes, I think someone would try to bag him. Yes, I think that would be the case.
Interesting.
Bag hit. Sorry. What does that mean? To bag? To
the
bag
chil-
someone?
I've heard the children use it. It is to court with someone.
Oh, okay.
They got the Riz and the so forth.
Let's go.
Let's
just
go.
go. All right.
Let's go.
Can someone scoot me out, please?
Yeah. Check to see if he's broken anything.
He's broken a lot of things. But on his person, or do you
No,
mean
like physically
Roll a
broken
medicine check.
bones. Yeah, cool.
the guy
and
can't
because
feel half of his body, so it's very likely that he's broken many things.
Yeah.
Because I have a herbalism kit. Is that with the advantage or is that something separate?
So that'll be something separate, so you can
Okay.
treat if there were to be any issues. using
I
it.
can't feel my legs, but I'm not entirely sure that wasn't already the case.
I rolled a 16. I'm kind of
16?
coming over there and just patting you.
You see that a bit of his shell has been kind of like chipped off. There's elements of it where you can see the flesh underneath is kind of exposed. But it all looks very grey and pretty dead. So probably fine.
Yeah, you'll be all right. Just
Okey-dokey.
take it easy.
Wait a second, my pebble. Whoa, it's like the same shape. That's
Exactly the same
interesting.
shape.
It fits in nicely.
Yeah,
Go ahead,
cool.
pop it in.
I'm going to keep it though. It's my pebble.
Oh, all right then.
Mine.
You'll be fine.
It's okay. It's good to get some air in there sometimes, Shall we?
Yes.
Yes.
Before you guys head out, Saltrock, if you could roll a Constitution saving throw, since you have just applied a wet napkin, which was probably in Rain's bag for ages,
Yeah.
to your eye.
It's my constitution. 16.
16. Okay, you're not going to go blind. You're fine.
Yeah.
The
Perfectly
wet-
fine. No,
The
kidding.
wet napkin's just there, hanging, drooping off slightly. You're adjusting it as you keep going because you haven't got anything to tie it with. Very good. As well, as you begin to leave, you hear he just says, "Oh, with one final thing. To help you in this quest, I thought that perhaps I could give you some additional items that could maybe help you along the way, and that could, I don't know, fix
No,
any
we
issues
don't
that
need
you
them.
run
Thank
into."
you. See ya.
No,
Okay, bye.
no. I would like things. Hi.
Oh.
Can I have a thing?
Okay, you can have it. And you see he hands you a wand. A wand which has spirals on the side, 5 in fact, that you can spin around like a combination lock. They will have letters on them, and he says, "This is the wand of reliable directed linguistic energy, or Wordle for short. Here you go." So with this item, as an action, you can name one 5-letter word, and
Yeah.
if that word exists, hopefully, then a desired outcome will happen. If you've targeted something or someone, perhaps something will appear. So that's up to you. and how you use it.
Exciting for me to have this item. That's great.
Can rain spell is the main question.
Oh, well, we're gonna find out.
I wonder what thingamabobs you're going to conjure up next.
Give me some salt.
Some
That's 5 letters, isn't it?
yes, salt. SALTE. It did.
Because I'm very curious on how this will work out, here is another one for the rest of you, except for Haberdashery, because he did not want one. And he hands each of you a wand.
Oh, cool.
But instead
Well-
for you, my turtle friend, since you did not want the wand, I could give you this instead. And he pulls out an orb that has a glow to it. If you would like.
I'll give it a sniff.
Okay, roll an Arcana check.
I got those Arcana nostrils.
Yeah, just breathing in the arcane essence.
That is a 17.
17. You smell what is pure chaos. It is this orb holds potential and chaos all in one, and you can see inside it's like a swirling max of energy just bouncing off of like the interior.
Ooh. Okay.
As well, as you kind of breathe it in, you can sense it's tied to this person, and it has a very powerful fey sort of resonance to it as well.
Interesting. Well, if you're willing to part with it, it could come in handy if we find ourselves in a very sticky situation.
Oh, but of course, you may take all of these items because, like I said, if you are successful, it'll all be yours. And I will have my mask. So please, I will see you very soon, hopefully, with a mask in hand. If you do not complete this task, then I will have to hunt you down and kill all of you. But that is for future reference.
That's not very nice.
Oh boy, chance of death. That sounds like an amazing adventure.
Oh, that's adventure. That's part of them. I know that.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is gonna be great.
Okay, yeah, great.
Let's go!
All right, so you all head out of this building straight onto the road, where it is still nice and quiet, having acquired your new items. As you begin to look around and find your way, you know where the inn is. So unless you wish to go anywhere else first, you can go directly to the inn. Up to
I guess
you
we could
guys.
have a minor conversation with ourselves. Just,
If you
wow,
want.
Jason, I'm so glad you let us come along with you.
Yeah, me too.
You're so great, Jason.
He's so lovely.
Yeah.
He's great.
We've not been near a water source for a while now, but that was a very wet handkerchief. you
But-
had.
Yes, well, it's just lots of things that I have are wet naturally because Yeah. It's how I am mostly like I'm humanoid but water.
Yeah. You're
Yeah.
just like damp all the time.
Yeah, I quite like it. It's
I found her by the sea, so he was like looking at it and thinking, wow, glad to be gone for that place.
yeah, I was monologuing a lot, but yeah, and then I saw you, and then we're here
Yeah.
and we're helping. Also, Marius, I love your hair because she also has bright red hair, but is like a paley blue color with like jet blue black eyes. So she's mentioned it multiple times on our way here, just being like, "Oh, just we're the same. It's great."
I do also love your hair. Very good color.
Oh, thank you.
Best color in my opinion.
Yeah, mine's a bit more wet.
It's like my scales, except for the wet part.
Yeah. And also, that's the other thing. Her hair always constantly looks like it's underwater. So her hair is just like flowing out in like a weird way.
Nice.
But it's wet.
Jason starts to rub his hands over his bald head like Marlon Brando in Apocalypse Now.
So that person, that non-dog, he's friendly.
Yeah, seems
Ish,
very
yeah.
respectable to me. Yeah.
I mean, we don't know him very well,
No.
but Yeah, they seem generous.
Okay, just making sure we're all
I wonder what's,
happy with this. And
Yeah, I'd like to take a look at the mask myself when we get there.
Oh, can I wear it?
Give it a good sniff.
oh, I mean, I'm hoping to wear it as well, so we can take turns.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure that would be the wisest course.
Oh. So we can't wear
Oh.
it.
Oh, why not? Everybody would get a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Well, if it's fair, then okay. Fine.
Yeah.
That was the only issue. Be able to share it because it's only one. But I suppose okay, fine.
I
We'll
guess.
take turns.
Yeah, we'll take turns. You can go first, Shannon.
Thank you.
All right, but let me inspect it first. Maybe some dark magic with playing with.
Dark magic?
Yeah.
That sounds like an adventure.
Certainly would be.
Oh, please, the Trickster's mask. What could possibly be wrong with it?
And like the guy said, it's only 1 out of 3 pieces, so I'm sure it's like not working.
What she
All I
said.
care about is getting this mask back to the man. We get the treasure, and then I go my separate way from all of you. All right?
Wait, you don't want to hang out with us anymore?
I want to hang out with you as much as this mission lasts. All right?
You're leaving the Dingleberries?
Is
been
this
a
her
long
unofficial
time.
name? I didn't get a vote on this name.
Oh, I
When
just
would
assumed
be-
we were all going to be called after my last name. I just figured, just to save time. Yeah.
Wait, Jason, you
Well,
gonna
3
leave
of
us?
us have red hair. Maybe we should be called something along the lines of that.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay, so like the Dingleberries and the Redheads or something.
Yeah,
Sounds
let's
like
do
a
that.
band name.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Seeing as Jason's gonna leave us forever and ever. And I saw just give like puppy eyes to Jason.
This is worse than the time I was in the Expandables.
The Expandables.
They all blew up. They just got too big.
Is this like a nappy brand?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
something.
Why would you say that, Max?
I know the inn is this way, so do we want to go there?
Let's do it. And then I try and do like like a high kick into the air.
Okay, your legs are still numb as fuck. And you hold onto the back.
Yeah.
All right, Grandpa, let's cool it down with the aerobics.
I
Let's
said
just
take it
go
easy.
slow.
Someone gonna help me? No. Okay.
I help you.
I help.
Take my hand.
All right. Thank you. To
Oh.
the inn.
Okay, you all stumble, walk, stride. All of you have different ways of walking to the inn, which is fairly visible. The rest of the buildings here are all very plain, very kind of built for purpose. This one is very opulent, very kind of nice on the exterior. You can see what looks like the foundations of oak kind of trees themselves that have been just taken off, stripped, and then just used the logs for the 4 corners of this building. Like almost redwood trees sort of sizes. You're seeing like large pieces that have been cut down to shape for a 3-story building. The building itself has no real mirrors looking in or out. They're mostly just shutters, and you kind of see bits of light shining through them, but none of them are really open. And as well, you see tapestries and kind of different elements that dress the exterior of it, that hang like flags and buntings and all that sort of thing. Each one of them has a slight kind of emblem of this, what looks like a court jester sort of guy. You're seeing like the frilly hat with the bells on top of them. You're seeing almost like a side portfolio shot, and then one that's kind of like head on. And you're seeing what looks like the mask. And a lot of the depictions here, the golden mask stands out greatly amongst the kind of blue background of these kind of designs. But because it's still wind, if there weren't this bubble that surrounds the kind of the entire town, there'll be a wind rushing through, and all of these kind of bits of flags and stuff have bells on the end of them, which will be ringing. But currently, they stand still. It looks very kind of boring in that sense. You'd expect a bit of life to be injected. However, there is a little bit of ringing of bell, as you can see sat at the very front entrance with a string in their hand, this young-looking air ganassi. Light blue skin, cloud-like hair that is almost like this afro of sorts. probably 18 or so, kind of late teens, just sat there with a string in hand, pulling the bells, and you're just hearing them ding-ling-ling, ding-ling-ling, as he's just sat there, pulling them, bored out of his mind, just pulling the string every so often to try and create some buzz. As soon as you guys approach, you see he looks over. Hey, hi, welcome to the inn. How may I help you?
Sorry, I just noticed. Why are you pulling a piece of string? Can't you just make it happen? And then she's gonna cast. Give me just a second. She's gonna cast Druidcraft to create an instantaneous, harmless sensory effect, like a puff of wind, and she's just gonna blow them and be like, "What? That
You
seems
create
counter."
this kind of line of bells, so ding-ling-ling-ling-ling, just all the way across, and almost like create a train as they go around the building and then back again. He holds the string. Oh, well, could you just stay? Keep doing that? Is that
Oh, if you
possible?
need my help, yeah, absolutely, I could
Oh.
say.
No,
She's
no,
just
no,
gonna-
no, 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 no.
Here, if you
Where-
just take my seat, and he stands
No.
up, and
Okay.
Get back to
I'll-
your work.
I'll go
you
and get a
Shannon
coffee.
Smith.
Okay.
Wait, but weren't you going to help me find adventure?
Oh, can I help later? I am currently helping someone.
if you come back, sure. Yeah, why
Yeah.
not?
Of course, yeah.
He sits back down, pulls the string again. So, yeah, welcome to the inn. How can I help you, sir? What are you looking for?
Can I have a pint of ale?
Well, you get that inside. We're outside at the moment, friend. So, no.
Oh, so I can't have one outside? Oh, I guess
No.
this is one of those places where you can't drink outside.
It's
We're
permits.
looking for a mask like that.
Oh,
Yes.
well, you've come to the right place. You're looking to get on the tour to see the mask in person.
There's a tour.
Yeah, it's what we're known for. We all have a tour here that goes deep into the tombs of this inn. Spooky, scary court jester with scary props and statues. Oh,
Hey, listen. We're not. No, it was you for a second.
yes.
Hey, hey. We're no tourists. We're after something far more precious. The original mask.
Oh yeah, you can't see that. Sorry.
Wait, but why not?
Because it's
Well-
not part of the tour.
Well, because we're not open the area yet. We've closed it off. It's quite dangerous down there. I wouldn't go. I wouldn't want anyone to go down there. Really, we use elements of the tombs to showcase and try and get pundits in and show them around for a quick coin. But you want to go deeper into the tomb to see the actual mask? No. You're best avoiding that place altogether.
I think we should just then go on a tour, guys.
That doesn't sound adventurous, though, going on a boring tour where we just look at
No,
stuff and go,
he's gonna like huddle them up close. To the,
oh, we're taking sidebar. I love sidebars.
All right, we're not gonna
Okay, I'll
actually
just stand
go
over
on-
here.
Yeah,
Okay.
you should.
Yeah.
We're not.
This is a
gonna actually
sidebar. Don't you know
go
how
on-
that works? Sorry.
Okay, we're not actually gonna go on a tour. We're gonna let them lead us to there, and then when they're not looking, we're just gonna go deeper into the catacombs.
Wait, won't that be
Oh,
lying, though, to them?
But that's adventurous, isn't it?
If
Oh,
anyone
some-
asks any questions,
I'll do a breakdance.
yes.
I will politely ask them to turn the other way.
You guys want to see the mask? You see, he's standing, and he's probably heard the entire conversation.
Do we ever? I mean,
Yes,
I
please.
love tours. They're so boring and not adventurous.
Okay, well, if you give me, I don't know, we'll keep it on the side. You give me 50 gold. I'll let all of you in, and you can go and to your deaths, whatever.
Okay. She's going to reach into her pocket. Is it fair to say that she will have
Yes.
some pirate doubloon gold?
For
From-
sure.
Song? Yeah. So she just goes into her pocket, pulls like an entire handful out, and just puts it.
He begins to look at it. You've handed him about 150 golds worth, and he's like,
Yeah.
yes. What? No. I'm going to
No?
need more.
Wait a minute.
No,
wait a minute.
what do you
Wait,
mean?
how
Sure,
about-
Oh,
By a bit more, do you mean the point of my knife?
No. I think he means this rock.
Roll an intimidation check. You can use your strength if you want instead.
Okay. That's strength.
So if you're proficient in intimidation, add your proficiency and then add your strength on top instead of charisma.
But proficiency in what? Sorry.
Intimidation.
Intimidation and strength. Is that the right?
Yeah, so it will be a you'd +1 to your roll.
+1. Cool. So that's 5.
You point the knife at him. He's like, I this is my family business. I don't think you're going to kill me here.
Oh, well, if I may just interject, I have never been rejected whenever I've given this money before. Can you, why? I'm just going to query it because in her experience, whenever she's just given handfuls of gold, everyone's been very much like, absolutely, go in, of course. So she's querying this.
Roll an insight check as you're like trying to understand a bit more.
And then, yeah, I should do that. Got an idea.
Sorry.
I have an idea as well, but I see what else does.
I'll let you go today.
Oh,
Don't
wow. I rolled an
underestimate
8.
guy.
An 8.
Yeah.
You're not sure why. You're kind of a bit curious, and he's like, well, it's just not enough. Sorry.
How about this to sweeten the deal? Give me a beat. Here we go. And then it starts to try and do like spinning on his shell, like proper like breakdance moves.
Okay, roll an acrobatics check.
this good
I
performance.
really want to give you disadvantage, but I'm not.
I don't know why he thinks he's so physically capable.
He can't feel it. He can't feel the pain.
I think that's part of it. Yeah, he's just playing.
Oh,
Whoa!
Oh, wow.
19.
Oh my God.
Damn.
You drop it like it's hot. Who is giving the beat? Who's doing the background beat?
I'm doing this.
Okay.
Here we go. Whoa. Also
It's
spinning around on the shell and whatnot.
the thing is, it's very good, slow, but it's very good. And he's starting to feel very awkward just standing here with you guys in front of his place of work doing this. And he's just gonna go, oh yeah, that's great, that'll do. Okay, then I'll take you around the back. And he just begins to guide you around the back of the inn.
That was wonderful.
I flip flop, you know, I do amazing feats physically, and then I just like, then I'm back. You know,
That's why we take you on these event grounds.
The wild card, I think.
yeah.
Good
To the king.
showmanship skills. But yes, lead the way.
Okay, he begins to lead you around the back of the inn, kind of leaving the building itself and going a fair few meters away from it. You see in the hardened clay ground, there's a bit of like a rising area where there are stone elements and almost like an outhouse next to it. He kind of goes next to the outhouse, opens the door. Don't worry, it's just, I'm not going to just come in. And he opens this hidden entranceway, which is next to the outhouse. He opens it up and you see just this cave entrance that delves deeper and down. You can see, rather than the clay sort of like ground that you're used to around this area, instead you see down below stone elements that have been built and made for purpose. This is going to be an entranceway into the tomb itself. He says, well, if you just go down there, take a left as you head down the stairs. Just be careful of the traps and stuff that are in there. But you guys, you seem fine, so just, don't die, and I'll see you later. And again, we won't say this ever happened. And if you end up taking the mask, please, don't get me involved.
Okay.
He just begins to walk away, just saying, oh, suckers. And he just leaves.
He seems nice.
No, not at all. Teenagers are the worst. Can't handle them. Ugh.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when I was a teenager.
He's lucky you're a good dancer. Otherwise, I would have had to kill him.
I would have bludgeoned him with this rock.
Oh. Interesting.
Oh, that's what adventurers do, right? Bludgeon people with rocks.
I think so. Yeah.
Not quite at this stage.
Okay, I put it back then.
Does anyone fancy going first down here?
Yeah, so Salt Rock just kind of looks about and I guess trying to just assess where the staircase is to the tavern above, just to make sure they are definitely under the tavern.
Yeah, sure. So if you want to roll a survival check to get your bearings, the lay of the land.
Cool. It is. There's no modifier, I don't believe. Oh no, there's modifier. That'd be 17.
17. You kind of begin to map out in your head. You're having this like beautiful mind moment where you're seeing the underground layers of how it all is meshed and made. There is a little bit of a map inside of the inn that you may have seen once before, and you're kind of like, oh yeah, no, okay, go past the room. Yeah, okay, excellent. So you are kind of leading down into the path, which is tended to kind of keep people on this tour away from. So you are going in the right direction. He has led you on the right path. And you have probably skipped a few things in the way as well.
A right here, a left here, and then, yes, this doorway here.
Look at him go!
Okay, so what's the marching order as you go down? Because the tunnel is quite thin. It'll be one by one. So who is first?
I would suggest Salt Rock, because Salt Rock would obviously go first for adventure. Probably is the one who's is the meatiest in terms of health.
Yeah, I think he just like ran ahead as well.
Yeah.
Adventure just disappears. Okay, so Salt Rock is first. Who's behind Salt Rock?
I could go.
Okay, Marius, you want to go?
Yep.
Okay, behind Marius, who's next?
I'll follow. I'll go behind.
Okay, Jason. And that leaves both Rain and Haberdashery. Who wants to be last?
I'll go fourth. Yeah,
I'll take up the rear.
You're big, so you block anything that.
I'm
That
a
might
little
come through.
slow as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that's for the best.
Yeah.
Okay, he'll also block the exit for everyone. Excellent.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Okay,
That's what we want.
very good. Okay, you guys begin to descend into this cave system, into the tomb, and we are nearing about halfway. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a quick break. Have a break, kind of get you guys fed, drink, whatever you need to do, and then we'll come back in 10 minutes
Okay.
and we'll continue. So see you in a bit, guys.
All right. Bye.
Hello and welcome back. You've joined us for the second part of our one-shot. So as we dive back into it, we rejoin the party who have temporarily called themselves the Dingleberries and the Redheads. I don't know if this is still going to be the name by the end of this, but
Absolutely.
that is what we have so far.
Yeah.
They have dived into the tomb of this trickster, and they are starting to make their way through it. So, leading the charge, we have Salt Rock. Salt Rock, you are no longer affected by the negative effects of the reduction to your intelligence anymore.
I'm slightly less stupid.
The
Yay!
paper has been digested through your system and now no longer has that sting. So you are now fine. What I'd like you to do, though, since you are leading this troop, is to make an investigation check.
Cool.
Can I very quickly, before we know that role, just say,
Yes.
Before entering the tunnel, when entering the staircase, and Salt Rock is about to take the charge, I would just put a hand on his shoulder and be like, "This is it. This is your moment.
Adventure.
Adventure." I'm going to cast
Adventure.
guidance.
So you can add a d4 to that.
Oh, okay,
I
so
hope it's in that one.
oh, to be fair, I've already rolled the. I can tell you this is going to be interesting. Okay, it's 22 altogether.
Oh my god. Okay. As you are heading in, you notice everything. Again, you're having another beautiful mind moment. You're seeing everything. You're seeing the matrix around you. There are glowing, I say glowing, they're dull, but they are kind of etched into the sides of these walls. You have gone down the staircase, taken the left, taken the right. You are now on the main path that you need to. And as you are in this kind of tunnel system, which now widens slightly, so you no longer have to go in single file, but you are noticing there are glyphs and runes against the walls that seem dull in color, but as you approach them, they begin to vibrate and go kind of like brighter and brighter. But with your investigation check, you can see they're harmless to you. They don't seem to have an effect against you. You can roll whoever wants to, because as you're kind of like doing this, and Salt Rock is basically kind of finding traps along the way as they're leading the charge. I'd like whoever wants to roll an Arcana check on these runes that you see.
I will.
I would
see.
have to.
There's no spike pits. There's no arrow traps. There's none of that boulders where you have to run away from it a long distance.
Don't worry, guys. I crit failed. I know.
I rolled a 6, so.
I don't know why I tried.
Okay. They're just paintings to you, Rain. You got no idea what you're looking at. You're just like, what? They're glowing. Nice little paintings.
I believe I've seen this before. Shall I roll?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
I believe you've seen it before.
Yeah.
Have I? That's the question.
Yeah.
That's the question himself.
Yeah.
Still trying to figure it out.
I know this. I might not know this. I don't know this.
12. I kind of know this.
Maybe.
These are wards. These are kind of wards to be placed and protect the area from something. It can be kind of denoted as a person, an entity, or perhaps a sentiment, a feeling. You're not kind of getting what they're trying to ward off, but they are wards. You're triggering them, but they have no effect against you, so it's not for you guys.
Okay. They're little wardy boys, but they're not bothered by us, so we can slip on.
Wait, who are they warding though?
That's. I mean, your guess is as good as mine.
I just think they're pretty.
Let's see. We were asked to go down here, and it seems fairly simple so far. But why couldn't he? Nah, I can't think of anything.
You're thinking too hard. Let's go.
So, Rock, as you are continuing forward with that same investigation check, the room begins to open up now, and it kind of splits off. It forks off into two areas, one to the left, one to the right. They seem to end up in the same position at the end. What you can see down both of them is what looks like a hallway of mirrors. They have mirrors in them, mirrors on the ceiling, mirrors on the ground, on the walls. The entire kind of hallway ahead of you, in both the left and the right, are reflective in nature. And it is very odd to look at because it seems like almost an endless space. because they're reflecting each other, and it's just this endless kind of point. But because you rolled so high on your investigation check, you can see that they're just mirrors. Slightly tinted in colors, but yeah.
Whoa! So it's one of those like whole mirror maze you see in a carnival.
Oh, I've got a mirror at home.
But yeah, no, it seems fine. It seems like a normal mirror thing.
Oh, lovely.
There's some really old turtle bastard in that one.
It's okay, haberdashery. That's okay. Even pat you on the head. It'd probably be like me just trying to like go my tip patting.
I'll just take a fork out and just start brushing my hair.
Okay. As the two of you are looking into the mirrors, you can see that they begin to warble and kind of like a house of fun mirrors. You're seeing like the shapes begin to slightly proportion in different areas. Your shoulders begin to grow and then kind of bulge in some areas. Your head begins to expand. But for the two of you, as you're looking at it, I'd like the two of you to roll a charisma saving throw.
Charisma saving throw.
Yes, it's
Nice.
gonna be haberdashery and
You're
rain.
gonna be pulled in.
You say charisma?
Yes, charisma save.
I rolled a 16.
16, okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not charisma.
Charisma's just one of these
Oh.
ones.
Oh yeah.
It's this one here.
So yeah, 3.
3, okay. What is haberdashery's biggest temptation? What does he
Elves.
desire most? Okay, so this is just going to be your harem, basically. This is your kind of like waifu harem. You're seeing these beautiful kind of elves, male, feminine. Is there a
It
preference?
doesn't matter. It's any elves.
Every elf under the sun. You're seeing like this beautiful like lake where they're all just sitting by enjoying the sun. You can almost hear the trees beginning to brush back and forth.
Oh my goodness.
You see one of them look over to you and just go,
You guys have got the rest of the journey, yeah.
What are you doing?
I just something's come up.
Oh, really?
Jason, haberdashery's pants is tenting up again.
Don't look at it, right? Don't look at it.
I've never seen anything more beautiful. And I head towards it.
You head towards it and you go through it. Everyone else sees Haberdasher just walk through the mirror and she disappears altogether. Haberdasher, you're now in this plane. You're hearing almost like harp music playing in the background. It's like you've died and gone to heaven. You are just in this perfect scenario. And you see, as soon as you enter, all of the elves like rush over to you, like the Happy Valley girls, just like running over, arms to the side.
Let me introduce myself properly. Raskuraskoya Toramador.
They all kind of like clap, smile, look towards you. And then one of them just begins to smile. And you hear in this very kind of like deep and dark voice, like this young kind of like girl, welcome to hell. And you just see everything just change color. And you watch as each one of them begins to grab your arm, pin you to the ground, and you feel as though you're being pulled left and right as you're in this kind of hellscape now, as everything has just changed.
Oh,
The rest of you,
I still don't hate it.
I kind of thought that's where that was going.
Keep unlocked.
The rest of you see haberdashery in the reflection. You don't see him standing in front of you anymore. Instead, you see him walking in. You don't see the kind of image he sees, but you watch as his body kind of flops down onto the ground, and he's just kind of looks like he's breakdancing again. But he looks like he's, I want to say he's hurting, but he kind of enjoys it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, you see, he's fine. He's just doing his great job.
We should probably get him out of there, though.
Oh, yeah, because we need to carry on. We can't just stay next to these mirrors.
I take a sword and smash it against the mirror.
Okay. I'd like you to make an attack roll with the sword. Haberdashery, you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as you are being pulled left, right.
Okay, do I get any modifiers?
Your attack modifier, so your strength or dex, whichever you use.
Okay, I think it's Dex, but I'll just check some monk.
Yeah, it'll be your dex if you're a monk.
Yeah.
So that is a 12.
12. You smash against it. You see elements of it begin to crack, but it wasn't enough to kind of like break completely. But you now see Haberdashery inside beginning to like bleed from the side of his mouth. Again, how's he feeling? Is he enjoying this?
This is one at a time. Let's take it slow.
It's time for you to die! And you just hear them begin to like scream at you.
Jason, I don't think that's the right weapon for this. I'm going to use my whip.
Well, I'm out of ideas.
So yeah, I whip the same mirror.
Okay, I'll make an attack roll.
Yep, there we go.
The guy has a rock.
18
and decides
plus-
to pull out his whip.
Yes. Yes.
Well, whip's going to do quite a bit of damage. It's 23.
23, okay.
Indiana Jones. Jesus.
Yeah. You just pull the whip out, so it's like you hit out against the glass and it just shatters completely. Haberdashery, if no matter what this kind of like dreamscape is, whether it hurt you, whether you enjoyed it, there is always going to be this longing desire that stays with you as you are pulled out from it and land amongst the rest of your peers.
Oh, what happened?
It's like I always say, when stuck in a mirror, just whip it hard. And then I crack the whip again.
You were breakdancing far too hard. I told you to take it easy.
It's not the only thing that's hard. Okay.
You shall.
Yes. That I'm guessing that wasn't real. What I just experienced.
What did you see?
The breakdancing?
Just normal stuff that people see when they look into the mirrors.
Haberdashery, you won't have one.
Normal stuff. You floated through into another realm. You weren't no longer here. You were just in the mirror, writhing around.
Okay. Listen.
What did you see?
The point is, don't look into the mirrors, okay? It'll show you beautiful, wonderful things.
I mean, these just look like regular mirrors.
So, Rock, I need you to roll a charisma save.
Oh
Did Rain see anything other than her reflection?
You just saw your reflection. You just
I
your
saw
reflection.
wonderful things too.
Yeah, you saw
Me.
It's in 5.
a 5. What is your desire? What is Salt Rock's?
Adventure. It'd be like the most generic adventure. There'd be like trail to castle. There'd be a dragon up there could say, help me from this princess.
You see that. You see a princess that is kind of whipping a dragon. The dragon's like cowering in fear, asking for help. And you just kind of like, you feel this compulsion in you to just run
The
in.
sense. Silly one feeling. Adventure!
You begin to run in and you watch as Salt Rock just disappears through the glass, through the mirror.
Oh, here we go again.
Whoa, finally, a good adventure. I'm going to save a dragon, finally.
No. Now they'll be seeing all their dreams come true, and then it gets better in a way, but then not so good.
What did you see, Ashley?
Doesn't matter. Listen, we need to save them.
Okay. I mean, breaking seemed to have worked, and then Rain's just going to take out her, what's it called? A yukla, which is it's basically a spear, but slightly shorter, and has, I'm imagining it's going to be some sort of bone for her, and like a longer bone blade.
Okay.
And then just wooded handled weapon, and she's just going to take it out and just smash it. Just
Go for it.
have a
Roll an
go.
attack roll.
Okay, here we go.
Whilst you're doing that, Salt Rock, you run in. You see the castle in front of you. You see the dragon being berated by the princess, who is just this kind of like, almost like a hag-like figure who is just whipping with 2 whips in hand against the dragon.
That's an evil princess. Everyone knows you only use 1 whip. How dare she? I shall save you, brave dragon.
You run in, you do your best. How do you defeat the princess?
I swing out my scimitar and I get ready and go, on guard! And slash at her.
You slice down, she cuts in half, she dies. You are there on top. You see the dragon just look over. My goodness, you have saved me from the princess. Thank you so much, my little knight in shining armor.
Well,
Come here.
I just like the adventure part. I don't like the kissing. Actually, if that's fine.
Kissing.
So some people say there's like a word for it, like romantic or something. But I'm very romantic about venturing, so I don't know what they mean by that.
What would you like as a reward?
More adventures, please.
But of course, let us go. And you kind of like jump on her back, and she just begins to fly off into the sky with you. And you just begin to soar by and have just this kind of lovely experience through the sky.
Oh boy, off to the horizon for more adventure. Ahoy!
I'm going to dash those dreams. I rolled a 19.
19, you break the glass instantly.
Oh, that was just a hit. Sorry, that wasn't. That,
No,
oh, wait.
that's
No,
enough. You just have to beat the AC and then you smash it. You hit against it with your yukla or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
And you don't need to take any physical damage, Salt Rock, because this is more of an emotional one for you. You are just pulled out of it straight away. The dragon disappears from you and you just hear, "No, I will miss you." And you just like are back with the rest of your party.
I miss you too, deep voice dragon.
Wait, what?
You're back. Don't worry. I saved you.
Oh, we're back to this adventure though?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So, as a
Jason, you have a look. This is fun.
Jason, do you end up having a look?
Don't do it. I'm not gonna look.
Can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no.
If you have the willpower.
Oh, this isn't. Oh, I got a 1.
Oh no.
I got
You-
5 -4 on wisdom.
You just take it like a champ. You go, "No, I'd never." Oh, what's your deepest desire?
To find out who I really am. That's that's what I see.
Okay. You see this like darkened hallway with this just outline of a person, but you know it's you. You know it's you hidden in a veil of shadow. If you get closer, you will see who you truly are.
Oh. I'll just walk in.
All right, we're not doing this a third time. Just grabs him by the shoulders.
Don't do it. The sexy elves aren't really there.
The what? It's like
Sexy elves?
dragging him away. I'm
You
trying to get back on track.
I'm going to poke a mirror purely because I'm so upset that I've only seen myself. Like, I'm like, I've got a broken mirror. Ugh. I've just got a boring one.
So
Just, so what I'd like, because this is a compulsion against you, is a contested athletics or acrobatics check between the two.
Oh, no.
God.
You are a tiny.
Oh, I got a nat 20 and it's +5.
Fight on the
Get on.
You basically just tuck and roll forward into the mirror and disappear.
What the hell?
Rest of you see who disappears. For Jason Gnome, you are in just this like quiet place that you're just hearing questions like, "Who am I? Who really am I?"
This is like
Who
from
are
The Last
you?
Jedi, right?
You're just hearing like all of these echoes of your own voice just mimicking and just,
Nice.
"I've never really been happy. I don't like fighting. But fighting loves me." You're just
Can I
hearing
try
that
to
back and
break
forth.
the mirror?
Yeah, go for it. How would you like to try?
I'll do it with a dagger.
Okay, an attack roll, please.
Yup. That would be a 19.
19. Okay, that's gonna hit. But first, Jason, you see the shadowed figure begin to approach closer and closer, and the veil begins to slowly pull past, and you see yourself. Hey,
Hey,
I'm you.
you're me.
We're
Who am
us.
I?
I don't know. Do
Will
you?
I ever get the answers?
No. But you don't need answers. You're a fucking badass. You're
That's
Jason
right.
fucking Gnome.
Oh, I'm Jason fucking no.
And it just breaks. The reality is pulled back from you, and you are brought back to the rest of your party.
Nice.
Did you meet an adventurous dragon like me?
No, I didn't. I met someone who I thought I'd forgotten about.
That sounds like an adventure.
Back to business. Back to business.
Right. So, seeing as we all keep mirrors, why don't we just break every single one of them?
But don't any of
Or
them.
we just don't look at them and we keep moving.
Some of them are normal. It's fine. You can just walk.
But
I
breaking
guess.
mirrors is fun.
Eyes down, all of you. Come on. We're working forwards and eyes
Okay.
on the ground.
Fine, Gramps.
Does everyone look on the ground?
Yeah, I think
There's
we all
fucking
have
mirrors
to.
on the ground. I swear to God.
Yeah,
There
there's
are
no.
mirrors on the ground, so I need you to roll a charisma save.
Wait, all of us.
Wait, who is
No, just
rolling?
Marius.
Oh, man.
man.
Alright. It's +6. That would be 15.
That's a success. So
Oh,
you look,
thank God.
you kind of like look down and go, "Ah, shit, it's fine," and then just continue forward.
It's just me. Checks himself out. in the
Brain's
mirror.
like, oh, I figured it out. Oh, it's the hair. We're both red. So
Yeah, it might
It's the-
be.
this is the.
But I have red scales.
But it's
I
not
don't
hair.
understand.
Oh.
That's it. I've done it, guys. Let's walk.
Just before we head off, can I try and feel for a little shard of the mirror and sort of slip it into my pocket?
You find a piece on the ground. You find one with a lovely looking elven person on there, and you just kind of like pocket it.
Keep that for later.
You see it winks. He says, "Call me," and just. Okay. With
Going.
with that, having left the mirrors behind, you continue forward. You, for Salt Rock, Jason, and Haberdashery, the three of you are suffering the longing of the mirrors and the kind of what it represents. The three of you are going to have a disadvantage on wisdom saving throws. As you've been cursed for failing the saving throw. So wisdom saves at a disadvantage for the three of you.
Oh dear.
That's a -4 and disadvantage to you.
So, as you continue forward, who is leading the charge still? Is it still Salt Rock or someone
Yeah,
else?
it'll probably still be Salt Rock, won't it?
I would say
I think
so.
we get back in action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then Salt Rock, I need you to roll another investigation check as you are
Cool.
continuing forward.
Cool. That won't be a good one. What's my investigation? I can always forget. Yes, 0. So yeah, B6.
6. Okay, good to know. You are walking through, continuing forward. Is anyone else? There is some like walking to do before you get to the next spot. Is there anything you guys wish to discuss amongst yourselves as you are moving on?
I want to go back to the warding things, guys. I just can't help. Like, so if it was warding something and it wasn't us, who was it warding?
You use them for a bunch of reasons. Sometimes I get wards out to keep bees out of my studio. Could be anything.
Like, I'm just thinking, because so far it's just been mirrors that were a slight inconvenience. And I wonder
Maybe they
what.
have a rodent problem. You don't know.
I'm just wondering why that dog hired us. If he could have just done it himself.
Well, that's
Maybe it's
more
against
Act
him.
3 kind of conversation.
Yeah, like the wardens could be against him or something.
He also seemed very busy.
Oh,
He
yeah,
might just not have had time.
He
Oh,
seemed
yeah.
like a reputable businessman.
I think, or at least what we know is that this path is maybe laden with all sorts of puzzles and boob-eyed traps.
I see.
So,
I have a question for you, Jason. How exactly did this guy contact you?
He contacts me the way anyone contacts me. He shouted, "Jason!" and I came coming.
What, he just said Jason in the wind?
Well, no, there's no wind.
Oh,
But you
Yeah.
shout Jason.
Windlessly.
I heard.
oh. Not like a letter?
No. That's not how you call Jason, no.
Okay. So it's like when you came up to us and say, hey, I got something, I kind of assumed it was like a letter or something.
No, I got a sword.
That's what we're discussing. Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Excellent. So through this nonsense, you continue forward and you come across an area which is quite nice looking. Where you've gone from these kind of like darkened spaces, you see an area which is brighter in the center. There's a tree that is growing out from the ground itself. And around it, you can see like this small little lake, a body of water that is still slightly stagnant, but you can see that there are kind of like things moving through it. So you can see like slight shapes of light moving, bouncing between, and the walls themselves are slightly damp as well from just the moisture gathering. And you can see reliefs and kind of statues and stuff just looking around, and just it's a bit of like a pleasant space, at least. For Rain, you see the water and you're like very interested in it.
I'm immediately going there. I'm like, oh, well, this is lovely. Give me just a second. I'll go to the water fish.
Okay, you look down, you see the kind of moving lights. Do you say anything to these fish?
Yes, I would assume so. Rain every single morning before waking up would take an hour speak with animals as like a morning ritual kind of thing she would do. So she would just kind of lean down and be like, hello, my friends. How are you? What are you doing here?
You begin to speak in animal language, which is a load of blub blub blubs for fish, and you see nothing comes back to you. You then pay a bit more closer attention. You can see that these aren't fish. Instead, they are motes of light that have some like almost a body to them in the very center, like they have an origin point, like a wisp of light, if you will. In the water, just moving around. As you approach, they kind of stop, all three of them, and they just kind of look at you. Hello?
Oh, I'm ever so sorry. I thought you were some fish.
There's people. No, people.
Yeah, well, I'm part people, but yeah, close enough.
What is your name?
Oh, my name is Rain. What is yours?
My name is Farah. Nice to meet you, Rain.
Vera, that's such a wonderful name. What are you doing here?
Oh, well, I'm trapped here.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, is there anything I can do to help?
Of course you could help. Are you sure you really want to help?
Why, of course, if you're trapped here, I would love nothing more than to help you out.
Oh, you're so kind. Well, you could maybe help me, but do you think you could help my friends too?
Oh, why, of course, yes. Hello.
Hi, hello.
What's your name?
My name's Michael. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Michael. Oh, nice. I'm Rain.
Hi, Rain. Are you going to help us get out of here?
I'm going to try my best.
Jason's
Wait,
just
hang
talking
on.
to the water again.
What's going on?
Oh, these lovely little things are trapped, and so I'm going to help them get out because they seem like they're trapped in the water.
Let me detect magic or some dark forces of some kind. Let's see if there's something weirder going on here, perhaps.
Roll a Arcana check.
Oh, no.
No.
Oh no.
Well, but I got a +6.
Yeah.
11.
11. You can sense that these are souls. These are souls that have been tethered to this place. Perhaps the tree is the beacon for them being here, and they are trapped within these waters. Most likely not by their own wishes. They're probably stuck here, as they said to your colleague. But yeah, they seem to be just roaming around and stuck in this pond.
You might be familiar with this based on your backstory, but these are a pot of old souls, it appears. Yes, bodiless forms.
Oh my look! Oh, and how did you get trapped here?
Well, We've been here for a long time. The trickster, he left us here to rot. He laughed in our faces and he left us here. And now he's no longer.
Oh, well, that's quite rude of the trickster, I would
Oh,
say.
yes. Can you get us out?
Well, I can try. What would you like me to do?
Oh, if you could pick me up.
Okay. That's fine. Sure. And then, I'm going to go.
Okay. You reach down and like picking up like best way to describe it would be like an egg in your hand. You just feel like this orb of light just rests in your palm and you're holding it there.
Oh. Is this okay?
Yes, if you could get my friends too.
Yeah, sure. Who wants one?
The thing is,
I'll take one.
Thank you. I'm going to hand one. And then I'm going to pick up the...
You pick up the two. Marius, you pick up the other one. You hear Feyre just say, "Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you to leave your souls here and let us take your vessels. I need you to roll a charisma saving.
A charisma saving throw.
Not a charisma, sorry, a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I knew there was a
Am
reason.
I doing this too,
As
or?
well, yeah.
Oh fuck!
I remember the adventure guide that said never pick up weird lights unless it's shiny enough.
I rolled a 19.
19. Because you're holding 2, I'd like you to roll again as both of them try to possess you.
Of course.
That's a 5.
Okay.
7.
Okay. So one of the orbs bounces into your chest, Rain, and you see it just kind of like get inside and just you feel the light enter your body. The rest of you watch as Rain begins to glow with the same light as the orb. Their eyes kind of flicker slightly. You are now possessed. As well as Marius, the same thing happens to you. The other orb that kind of bounced off of your body is kind of like flicking around and just looking around. Hey, I'm going to go for you. We're going to roll a d4 to see which one it's going to try and go for.
Everyone close your holes.
So it's going to be a 1 for Terry, 2 for Reese, 3 for Tom, and then the fourth one it would just miss altogether. 3. So Tom, I'd like you to roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
With disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Okay, can I try and dodge out of the way?
Yeah, sure. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
6, 5, 11.
11. That's not going to be enough, unfortunately.
Oh no!
It hits into your chest. Now a wisdom save at disadvantage.
Okay, 9, 5. That'd be a 3.
3. Okay. So you are also possessed as the light just floods you, and you watch as Rain, Marius, and Jason, the 3 of you are possessed, and you feel this compulsion to fight the rest of your party members. And I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative.
Hey! Great.
Each other.
So rather than fighting something else, you're going to be fighting each other.
It is a 12 for me.
19.
How do I roll in? Oh, here it is. It's fine.
Is it plus the initiative on?
21.
Oh, wow.
I got 16.
And Haberdashery just got a 9.
9. Okay, so we're starting off with Rain. You're the first to act. You see your possessed teammates begin to grow slightly angered. You hear on occasion voices bubble up from them. You guys still have like freedom to talk, but you just feel your actions are being compelled to attack and go against your friends. So Rain, you're the first one to act. What would you like to do?
Okay. I would. First, I'd call out and be like, "Oh no, something terrible's happened." And then I'd probably just. Would I?
I feel like
I don't know how this works. So with spells, would I be compelled to cast spells or just brute attack at this point in time?
Up to you. Your interpretation. How would you like to go about
Okay.
it?
I would feel, because she's quite, her spells are very more like support natured. They're not, there are very few that are actually damaging, and even then that's a stretch. I think I would just pull out my Yukla and just start stabbing.
Okay.
Who would I go for? I'd probably go for you. Just because I'd probably go for you.
Because you hate him. Just say it. It's okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, despise this whole time. I rolled a 4.
Okay, so to attack, you pull out the Yukla. How do you strike with it? Do you just try and like pin him down?
So it's like a reach weapon, so I'd probably just like try pierce him.
Okay. You try and pierce him. Describe how it misses.
I'm like, I don't. I guess it would just be like you're giant and armored, and so I pierce, but like I've pierced the shell, so it just clinks, kind of. Yeah.
Bounces off, goes wide.
Yeah.
You hit against the shell. The shell's numb, so he's not going to feel any damage. It just slides off. Luckily enough, you haven't done any damage to your party member.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Soul invasion.
Anything else for your turn, or was that it?
Oh yeah, sorry. I don't think there is. No, that would be it.
Okay, then it's Salt Rock's turn.
Well, seeing this and being like, oh my, he's attacking people now. You're possessed. This isn't a fun adventure. You're possessed. And then I kind of just swing out my scimitar and just like swing at her, hoping to disable her with it. So I just start swinging at her.
Go for it.
So let's see. Okay, so that's I think that's +5 in total. So that'd be 10.
10. Does that hit?
That does not hit. No, I have an armor class of 15.
So just
go for it.
I swing and it's just like I really don't. It's all inches away from her.
Mm-hmm.
Just like
too careful.
You're being possessed.
What does that mean?
Possession is. Oh, I wish I had my dictionary on me. Give me a second. I'm going to find a dictionary.
Thank you.
Okay, whilst he's looking for a dictionary, Jason, you're next.
I'm running straight at Salt Rock. His arms, my arms are out, ready to grab a little throat.
Good luck.
They haven't even done anything yet.
Straight at him.
He looks like a zombie. He's just like.
But like, I'm not even shouting like, move out the way or anything to warn him. I'm just sort of like, well, my body. I'm Jason Gnome. I'm a badass. So what am I rolling? It's an armed strike, isn't it? I guess.
Yes, it would be.
So is that D20? Yeah.
Yeah.
You add the 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, cool. 20.
Oh yeah, no, that's
or
That was 15 plus
okay,
5.
cool. So that's going to hit. Roll for damage.
Cool, and that's 1d4 plus 3. Oops. That's 6.
6. Okay, 6 points of damage to Salt Rock. You just begin to strangle Salt Rock as he's just kind of like
possession.
Shut up!
I'm trying to tell you though, and I haven't even got the dictionary out yet.
I'm sick of you talking about adventure. There's no adventure in real life.
I'm beyond one. Isn't this?
Okay, then Marius.
Who's closest to me?
We'll say haberdashery since Salt Rock is currently being strangled.
Yeah. Oh, get out of me, you horrible thing! And he's gonna try to attack the haberdashery with his dagger.
Okay.
That would be a 12.
Does a 12 hit haberdashery against your AC?
Oh, no.
Okay. I'm just picturing haberdashery hunched over forward, just like, oh, what's going on? As he's just getting stabbed in the shell. All the blades are just ting, ting,
Yeah,
ting.
I'm not even aware of it. Like,
No, just completely out of it. Is now your, unless there's anything you want to do, Marius, for your bonus. No,
He's not doing bardic inspiration, that's for sure.
sure thing. Haberdashery, it's your turn.
It's
You
just me
finally notice.
to fight off you. All right. Is there anything of my deep wizardy brain, any knowledge of like when people get possessed by souls from or like the best way to sort that out? Is there anything I know?
You can roll an Arcana check. I'll give you an idea of what to do, but if you roll high enough, maybe you'll find
Yeah.
an answer.
Let me, as they're clinking off the back, I'm just going like souls.
What is a soul?
That is a 15.
15. Okay. There's several ways to get a soul out of a body. It's by hitting the person directly affected, and perhaps they all kind of like regain consciousness of their body, like snapping them out of it, essentially. But also, you can try and find the source of the kind of souls themselves, where they are bound to. If you destroy where they're bound to, then perhaps the souls will be destroyed altogether. And that seems to be the tree. The tree in the middle is seemingly what's tethering them here.
Okay. I yell over to Salt Rock in between strangles.
I pulled out my dictionary. Possession is the act of proceeding, moving on, advancing on. Wait, is that it? That doesn't sound like it.
And I'm like, the tree! Yay! Destroy the tree! And then, is that all my go? Or
No, that's a free action, so you can do.
Oh, nice.
You've still got an action.
I'm going to try and run over to the tree.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really good skill right. I'm going to start just. I'm going to try and like climb up it, light on.
You love climbing things. Roll another acrobatics or athletics check as you are beginning to climb this tree.
Yeah, I don't use the single spell yet.
Yeah.
But 12.
12. You climb the tree. You make it to the first branch. You are tuckered out though as you get to the top. And you just see like the branches and bits. You begin to begin to bite into them, trying to tear them apart. It is slow going though. If you could just roll a d4 as for damage.
1.
1. Okay. Everyone who is affected by the curse, if you could roll another wisdom saving throw. You are always going to be at disadvantage, Jason, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's a -1.
-1. Okay, you're still under the effects.
Yep.
24.
24. You are no longer under the effects of the possession. You see the soul just falls out from you like almost like a burp, just falls into the water again and just lands there. Marius?
9.
9, you're still possessed. Okay. So Rain, you are no longer possessed.
Cool.
Rain, I found out the definition of possession. There's multiple ones, so that's why it took some time. A philosophical term applied to the relations of the Holy Spirit. Oh, wait, what? Holy Spirit? Who the Father and Son is that?
I don't know, but that was really helpful. I understood, so I stopped it.
Yay!
Yeah, you said tree.
Yes.
Tree. Okay.
It is now your turn.
I am going to. How far away is the tree?
It's about 10 feet in front of you.
Oh, wonderful. I'm then going to turn towards the tree. This is going to go
Face the
awful.
tree.
Yeah.
Dun,
And then I am just going to, in a very weird fashion, just start rubbing my hands together. And I'm like, the tree, you sure?
I'm on the tree currently and I'm like,
Oh, I did not think about this. And I'm just clap and thunder wave.
Okay, thunder wave it is. It can't roll because it's a tree. So it's
Yeah.
not a full amount of damage. But
Okay.
Haberdashery, you are in it. So what I would like for you to do is to roll an acrobatics check. You need to roll a 10 or higher, otherwise you're caught in the spell.
Okie dokie. I 5.
You're in the spell.
so sorry.
definitely. So you're going to have to roll a Constitution saving throw for the
Oh dear.
Thunder Wave.
That's going to be 15 with the brooch.
DC 15.
So roll a d20 again.
7.
Plus your Constitution modifier and saving throw.
That's
Probably
three,
not going to be high enough.
Oh yeah, plus 3.
Yeah, plus 3.
Okay. Yeah.
10.
Unfortunately, you're going to take full damage from this Thunder Wave. So
Okie dokie.
Sorry. I literally don't have a spell. Going to get harmed. So...
Rena, I thought you were already out of the possession. Why are you harming Haberdashery?
Oh yeah, get it.
Okay, so that's a 6. 6 damage.
Okay, 6 points of thunder damage. You are also knocked off of the tree because that's 6. Okay, so the tree's still standing. It's thunder damage, so it's double. That is enough. So you actually break the tree. You clap your hands together after you kind of give them this like a static rub. And
and it, like as I clap, it almost looks like water ripples coming out and shooting forwards. It's just like I've thickened the air around me to make it watery, and I've just the wettest sounding clap on planet Earth. Yeah, that's it.
You hit against the tree, and the tree, you aim for the center and splits in the middle, just opens up. And you see Haberdasher just fall off to the side after taking the damage.
But I bring myself up and give you a thumbs up, like, good job.
Jason and Marius, you are no longer under the effects of the soul, as the possession has now left you, and you see the souls just find their way to the water again, and just kind of lay there dormant once again. Oh, you're no fun. Okay. And they just kind of like stay there in the water. No longer in initiative. You are now out of combat.
Jason, you can let go of my neck now.
all right.
I'm possessed.
No, you're not
That
possessed.
should have worked.
Oh, yeah, I'm not possessed. Oh, yeah. Well, I was possessed, all right? I was possessed.
Why do I follow you?
I don't know.
I am so very sorry.
Not to bother, you saved the day.
Oh, I did, didn't I? Oh, that was lovely. How are you looking? How
I'm
injured
okay,
are
I've got
you?
15.
You got 15. Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
alright, I'm fine.
Yeah.
You don't ask for me though.
How are you? Are you okay? How damaged are you?
I'm 22.
You're fine. Okay, we're all right. I am.
Now, I'm sorry I didn't remember earlier. Now that it's all coming back to me now, yeah, never pick up a soul out of a pond water. My granddad always used to say that before bedtime. Now,
Well, I'm quite annoyed that my trust has been betrayed in such a way. So I'm just going to very quickly. I just need to check a feature that I have.
No worries.
Wait, you mean this soul here? We shouldn't pick it up again.
I like slap your hand away.
It's kind of shiny looky though.
Stop it.
Adventure?
Oh, adventure! Where's that?
That way.
Oh, that's away from this boring lake.
Yes, let's go.
Onward.
Okay.
I
Go for it.
What are you doing, Chan?
I want to do something to the water in order to like punish them for what they've done.
Oh my god.
Punish the souls that are trapped here. Go for
Yeah.
it.
Those poor unfortunate souls.
Yeah, and I'm funny enough, I'm going to down very closely and just go, poor unfortunate souls.
Can you roll
Invade.
a intimidation check?
Yeah.
Or you can roll your spellcasting ability, whichever you prefer. Wisdom.
I'm going to use my ability to
Mhm.
shape water.
Okay.
And I'm gonna. So it doesn't require anything, but I am gonna freeze the water for an hour.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, they've been sat there forever anyway.
But because it doesn't.
Don't mess with the range. It's actually got a secret dark side.
Yeah. So you just begin to place your hands next to it, and you hear them just shout in unison, "Oh no, she knows body language, no!" As you just kind of like begin to sing the song of Unfortunate Souls.
Yeah, and just trace my
freeze.
finger. Yeah.
You freeze the entire lake, this small kind of body of water, and you watch as the souls begin to move and just freeze in place. And they just, yeah, they're punished. You hear them go, "No, hey, no, it hurts, no."
Shh. Silent. And yeah.
That was cold.
Oh no, I remember she did something similar there. She just like looked at this one person dying in the sea and she did something similar. It was great.
I like that. Good. We can use that.
Shall we get moving then?
Yay!
Adventure.
Adventure!
We go.
Adventure it is. You continue forward down the tunnel, and you leave the nice little garden area into a larger space, one which is more opulent, more designed. You can see what looks like almost like an altar, if you will. You're seeing like this large, almost face in the background that's built into the stonework, which resembles the mask that you're looking for. It is not painted gold, but instead it's just kind of like a symbol of the power and importance of this place is. As soon as you step in, lights begin to illuminate. The flames on the sconces and the kind of large pillars begin to illuminate with this greenish flame that just illuminates the entire space. You see in front of you on a plinth raised up on several kind of like staircases is the golden mask that you can see there. Beautiful, ornate, chisel kind of features, high cheekbone sort of design. The eyes are kind of hollow, but you can see attached to the top of the mask is the hat of like a court jester. You see like the 3 bells that hang from it, and it is just there resting. There's no one here, there's no presence. It's just yourselves.
Okay, before we step forward, you guys, this is the class. Sort of Rock just coughs in character as well.
The entire rock.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Oh, sorry, I've been chewing too much rocks, guys. So, this is the classic adventure setup. The treasure on the podium. We need to check if that's weighted.
Oh yes, I think I know I know about.
Let me do this. I'm very skilled at weighted podium traps.
Okay.
And I sort of step up to the golden mask and just like look at the podium it's on.
Mm-hmm. You look at the podium. I'd like you to roll an investigation check.
Cool. I'll do that now. Oh, I don't think that's going to be good. What's my investigation? Why do I keep checking what my investigation is when I know it's not high at all? It's 6.
6. You see it's on a plinth. You're unsure if it's weighted. You don't see any kind of like triggering points. It's just kind of resting against the side.
Well, even if it's not weighted, I kind of want to do. That's
What
like
we
all the
waiting
good adventure.
I just grab it.
Oh, I wanted to do the weighted thing.
Let's go back and get the treasure. I'm sick of
Wait,
adventuring
it's
with you.
my turn. I go
This is
first.
mine.
No,
I've got
it's
it.
mine.
We're going to take it back to the very nice man.
No, but we had a deal that everyone's gonna try it on first.
I want to wear it, please.
Nobody put it on.
Why?
Let me smell it first.
All right, fine.
Jason, let the kind old man smell it.
You can still hold it. Just let me have a
Fine.
sniff. Okay, I'll take it.
Okay.
So I was trying to figure out what's going on with this mask.
All right. Roll an Arcana check.
Luckily, some boulder didn't come crashing after us. Then. Oh, okay, that's good. That's like 24.
24. You sense that this is a powerful relic, but it is dormant. In your hands, you feel it has no power whatsoever. Placing it against your face will not change or do anything to you. But if tied or tethered to the right thing or person, perhaps it will activate. You're seeing the same sort of like runes that you had seen before. It's very reminiscent of what you saw in that kind of mummy that was dangling in the ceiling. You're seeing the same kind of fey runes warped and kind of entangled with the same devilish kind of architecture of the writing and stuff. It seems to match the two together fairly well. You're pretty confident that as you're looking at this, as you're looking at that, he had mentioned 3 pieces. That seems to be 2 very key parts to this 3-piece puzzle.
Old, powerful, very powerful in the right hands. And there's one more piece. But yes, fine, you can take turns wearing it.
I'm gonna immediately just
You put it on, it's cold, metallic against your face. The hat kind of places on behind. Yeah, you put it on.
great.
It doesn't do anything.
No, that's great. I've got it. I'm wearing it.
There's one more piece to this puzzle.
This is a mask.
Yes, the mask puzzle. Can I look around the room a little?
Sure, you can roll a perception check as you take the room in.
Now, be nice with that mask. Don't drop it or anything.
Wait, drop it?
Yeah, like we're both here, like we'll catch it.
That is 12.
12. You look around the rest of this tomb, and you can see it's been long abandoned, but you also notice the same runes emblazed in the walls as you had previously throughout this tomb. You're seeing the same kind of iconography, the writing, the patterns embedded in. They all seem to be warding something, but they're not active. They're not kind of reciprocal to you guys being here. As well, you now begin to hear the footsteps of someone coming down the hallway that you had arrived from.
Hey guys, I just remember, wasn't there this that one eye person that wait.
Arthur.
Arthur, that's it.
Arthur, yes.
Hide the mask, hide it, put it in a bag or something.
I'll take it, put it in my pocket immediatally.
Yeah, good shout. Let's just act like we're having a picnic.
Okay.
Excellent.
Do you have a
idea.
blanket?
There was no mask. There was no mask when.
Yeah,
when
no mask. We're just having
Why
It's a
would
picnic.
Jason Norm have a picnic?
What about last Tuesday?
Come on, don't talk about that.
Turn out your pockets. What snacks you got?
Rocks, rocks,
Fine, yes.
more rocks.
Anyone else?
Hors d'oeuvres.
Dried
I'd like
jerky.
all of you to roll a performance check
Yeah.
as you're
I'm
trying
good
to
at those.
create this
A picnic.
picnic.
Oh,
Oh, we are having a picnic, guys. Definitely a
12.
picnic. I had a nat 1.
I rolled a
I got
10.
that one.
You got 2 at once.
Jason, we're having an amazing picnic.
We're
and
not having a picnic.
we are
alright?
definitely not hiding a mask, are we?
No, we are definitely not hiding a mask.
Yeah, we're having a picnic. And
As-
if some Alpha guy comes in, he will know that it's not in her pocket.
Wait, hang on. What are
You
we doing?
you say this all out loud, very pantomimey. The flames of this room are still alight, and you can see they now shine upon this grizzled old kind of elven figure who walks into the room. Illuminated, you can see his kind of dark brown, kind of duster long jacket. Their skin is heavily weathered, and you can see kind of a scar across one of his eyes. That has kind of left with almost like black striations, black stripes that are covering the eye socket that had an eye before and has been kind of plucked out. You can see he's got weapons on him, very kind of blade sort of looking gentleman, just kind of giving this air of like doesn't give a shit. Just enters in, sees all of you trying to put a makeshift picnic together. And
Jason, this picnic's working well. He doesn't know we have the mask.
So it's mostly rocks that we're just surrounding.
Hey, there's some hors d'oeuvres.
So what's all this then?
Oh, hello.
We're not hiding the mask. We're having hors d'oeuvres.
Well, I heard that you're having a picnic, right?
Yes.
Rock? And I sort of just place the rock up against his lip.
I've had my fair share of pebbles. No, thank you. I'm good.
Okay, more for me.
Yes, but we were just about to head out, so you can just take your beautiful chiseled good looks, and we'll be on our way.
That was too.
Sorry, I can't let you do that. I've heard you do have the mask.
What mask?
And he points to Rain. You have the mask.
Oh yes, I do. And I'm gonna go into my pocket, something else out. It's gonna be like an old pirate's hat.
I also have a mask, was like a costume mask you would see in a circus.
So what if we do have the mask?
Well,
If we do have the mask, you're going to have to pry it from our cold, dead fingers.
Oh, can I try something? I just want to decide here. I look at him and I offer the rock again, and I presume in my own head that I'm doing this nicely, but it's actually going to be intimidation. Hey, I'm going to take this rock and slam it down into your head if you let us keep the mask, okay? Do you want this rock right in your face?
Roll an intimidation check.
Yes, I will. Oh, that was clocked. Let me try that again. Oh, that
Worse.
Yeah, it was worse. Anyway, so I wouldn't count that.
Yeah.
What's my intimidation? Because I think it's a modifier. No, it's not a modifier, so it's just charisma. So it's 6.
Okay. You kind of pull the rock out. You begin to shout into his face, not knowing that you're being a bit kind of harsh with it. You see in a quick flurry, the duster pulls backwards, and you just see rows and rows of blades, daggers down, running past like they're almost holsters of them. 10 on each side of his kind of like rib cage, and you watch as he pulls out 2 scimitars either side that now engulf themselves in flame in both ones. And he looks at you in particular, Salt Rock, the flames burning upwards. No, I don't think that's going to happen.
Oh, you wanna have a scimitar duel instead? Then I have a scimitar, and I pull. Not knowing like the tenseness of the situation, I just want a friendly duel.
Why do you want the mask so badly?
Oh, well, that's easy. This non-dog person at a shop just above was asking for the mask in offer for his entire trove of treasure. Now, I like trinkets, but I just thought this seems really fun and like an adventure, and we like adventure. So this is why we went down here, but we definitely don't have the mask.
The one right there.
You see, he sighs. The blades no longer flame, they kind of douse themselves. And he puts them back in their holsters. This dog that you talk of, is he a large minotaur, perhaps?
That was a word used. Yes. And he spoke like this.
I thought it was like, I want to swap the blood. Wah.
Very good impression.
No, it wasn't. Well, let me see here. You're here working as a sellsword to get this mask, right? Is that it?
I'm not selling any swords. I'm not selling my scimitar.
I
Do you care for this one's life? Can I kill him?
Oh no! I do care
Kill
for this
him.
one. No, stop it!
Just end it all for him.
I like you. And he looks down at Jason Gnome.
I like you too.
I think they're flirting. I don't know. Yeah.
What are you doing later?
I'm getting into a fight.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, they are definitely flirting. Haberdashery flirting with himself.
It's
Yes.
But I think since you're here to, I'm assume, take the mask from us, it's not going to end very well for you.
Well, I'm here to bring the mask to the same person, yet not for the same reasons. The mask belongs to this Minotaur, but he's not a Minotaur. He's the trickster himself, and he's looking to complete his form and return to his previous state.
Wait, I'm confused. Why would he ask both of us then?
He didn't. I'm here to kill him, and I need the mask.
Oh, I see.
Wait, so he's actually a dog?
No, he's a trickster.
They Trickster, of course. Legend has it that the trickster, once in form, will take the form of some kind of bull humanoid. And regaining the power of the mask, nothing will be able to stop them.
How does he know all of these things?
He's really smart
And
I had
old.
it.
and old.
Arthur, I have a question. What's more adventurous, giving the mask to him or killing him?
I mean, I think we go there, we pretend to give the mask, but then really do like I've heard that you like throw objects and like it's like you pass it around and it's meant to be really fun. Like, and so if we
Oh, it's sleight of hand. I can do.
yeah,
I'm going to steal your fork right now.
Can we hear from anyone else except these two?
Why do you want to kill him? Is he that bad?
Yes, I have been doing this hunting monster business for the last 100 years, and he's been on the top ticket of my list, but I've never found him. But now I know where his tomb is, and, well, you've informed me of where he is. The final piece now is to end his career in this world and have him be no longer.
can I roll an insight check into this person?
Of course you can.
Thank you.
This changes things.
I have quite a personal grudge with this trickster. He took my
11.
eye. 11?
Yeah.
He seems genuine enough. He seems genuine. He's talking with a bravado, and you can see there's a bit of like an anger in him. Maybe because of you guys, you're not sure. But he seems to have like a personal vendetta at least that he's willing to accomplish.
What's in it for us?
True. Good point.
The Minotaur men said we can take any of his treasures once we return the mask.
What if
Yeah, but if he's dead, we could just take them anyway.
That's also a good point.
And also, he said that we could have anything, and he gave us a ton of things. But then, when Haberdash, when you went to try get the chandelier or whatever you called it, he said that wasn't for sale. So that's a bit odd, don't you think?
Perhaps it's part of the ritual.
What did this chandelier look like?
It was like body shape and bandages.
And it glowed.
It had runes.
Oh, well, that's the original corpse of the trickster, which went missing about 5 years ago.
Yes, of course. They'll use that to reinvigorate themselves.
Who cares what we use it for? We can have anything we want. Now, if we take the mask back to the man, he'll just give us anything we want, and then we can get on our way.
There's more at stake now. Don't you understand? If the trickster has their true power, unstoppable evil will be in the palm of...
That one sounds more adventurous than that option.
Do I look
But
like
hang
I
on,
care about more at stake?
We don't know this. Arthur was your name, I think. Is that right?
Well, yes, that's right, yes.
Yeah. Well, we know nothing about Arthur. Guys, so who's to say that he's not the trickster trying to get the mask?
Good point. Let's have a picnic and get to know each other.
All right.
Wait, I have a...
Sweet.
I should like chatting.
Hey, does anyone want to play cribbers? I have a set of cards.
Then, could you tell us what these runes mean?
Well, these runes were placed here to prevent the trickster from entering this tomb.
That's what the things you're worried about, Bob.
Yeah, like why he could just walk down himself.
That does make sense.
That's why
Yeah.
he does.
So he's
That's why he
probably not
used
the trickster
pawns
then.
like yourselves to get
Yeah.
this mask.
I mean, more like rooks, I'd say, but yeah, I'm a pawn. That's
Pebbles.
a bit more
Discarded
powerful.
trash.
A bit more powerful than
How
average.
dare you? I will let you know I'm a famous performer back where I come from.
And I'm royalty.
And I really like your eye.
And I'm Jason Gnome. I'm a badass.
Adventure.
And I don't care. Let's just get this done with, and then we can be on our merry way.
Question, what happens if the mask is destroyed?
Well, I don't think we can destroy the mask. How would you?
Yeah.
Not even like this, and I tried to slam it on my...
Roll an attack roll.
Okay. I don't think that's going to be that well. That is going to be... Give me a second. That's just 11.
11, no. You kind of like hit your shin against it. You're going to take some damage.
Okay, fair enough.
No.
3 points of piercing damage. You just get like the bit of the chin in your knee. Ah.
That's fine. I can heal myself later, so that's cool.
Listen, Mr. Nice Eyebrows, why do you feel like you will be able to harness the power of the mask? No one here can.
What do you mean, harness the power? I have no care or interest in taking over the role of this trickster. I want to just get rid of him. I want to kill him.
No,
How will you get rid of him?
Well, I know a rite which is needed with this mask and him in person. Essentially, it'll be him starting the rite of returning himself to the physical form, and then, well, I interrupt it. That's the plan.
Okay, that sounds good.
pretty adventurous.
That
I
sounds
don't
like-
see any financial gain in this plan. The only one who's told me I can have anything of any worth is the Minotaur.
Yeah, but Jason, you can
All
just
right,
take it.
listen, Jason, my fault. I understand. I was in the business back then. Listen, I'll make a great epic tale about us. Everyone will want to hire us after this epic feat. I can
We're
call
being
some
hyped, I
people.
suppose.
I can contact some people. They'll handle the marketing. Don't you worry. Everything will be sorted out.
And also, if the guy is dead, I'm assuming you don't want anything of his stuff, right, Arthur?
No, not at all.
So then we can just take it.
If all of it's real, yeah, sure. He's a trickster. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it was fake.
He did give us these wands.
Wait, you mean this paste I've been eating is fake?
No,
Are you telling me that?
no, that's
that-
real.
Are you
Okay.
telling me that jewel-encrusted crown I saw? That was all just fake?
Yes.
Well, now I'm really mad. Let's get this motherfucker.
Okay,
Why?
whatever gets you motivated.
Cut to credits. There we go.
Yeah, that's it.
So, are we going to have to somehow use the mask to defeat him?
Well, since you're all here and involved, perhaps we can trick the trickster. If you maybe give him the mask and make him start this ritual, I can jump in and interrupt it.
I
We
like
pretend like we haven't met you, or like we defeated you.
I was never here.
It's a little risky. Why would we risk having them start the ritual? Are they perhaps oddly vulnerable?
Well, unless you have another idea, this is the only thing I've cooked up with.
Wait, Arthur, I know this is going to sound strange, but can you cloth from your clothing and cut yourself slightly and just stain it with blood? So you can say, oh, we did kill him, and here's proof of it.
Do we need a slice into me, or?
Like, maybe just a paper cut.
Okay, here you go. And he just hands his hand forward.
Okay, and we get a piece of your clothing. Let's do this. And I sort of
You just begin
Well-
to like slowly cut through.
my thoughts, and I'm not the smartest one here, and I know that. So you can tell me whatever if it's a silly idea. But we've got these ones, right? That can do anything if we can spell the word. Why don't we just try wish the mask out of existence?
Wait, we haven't even tried these ones yet.
I mean, yes, but I can't spell, so I'm assuming that's why it's not working.
Well, I'm going to try, because I know one word. Stone.
Try small, yeah. Let's try and just.
I point in like an empty, just type stone.
Okay, you kind of like flip through the dials on the side, create the word stone. You point it forward, and you see just this kind of like blinding light just shine in the middle. All of you see just this kind of like ripple of space and time begin to shred apart And as the light kind of blinds you, it all fades away, and there sits a tiny little stone.
Okay, they work.
Okay.
Just put that thing down. You just ripped open this fabric of space-time to make a stone.
Can I at least have the stone?
Take the stone.
Okay, I pick up the stone, and I sort of just...
It kind of like weighs and looks exactly like the same stone that you had before.
Hang on a second. This copy the stone I had.
They're related.
Perhaps we could make a copy of them.
A fake copy of the mask.
Wait,
Like
the
a
mask is a
mimic?
4-letter word. Unless because we make multiple masks, then we can mask with S.
But what about mimic?
That's a good one.
What's a mimic?
Well, so when I was on my own and before I met you, I was kind of just wandering around, and I heard about this treasure chest, and I thought, more gold. So I went forward, and I ended up getting into a huge fight with this chest that had teeth. And then later on, after I killed it, I got told it was called a mimic, and that it mimics ordinary things.
Oh, that sounds adventurous.
It was very good.
That's not a bad idea. Conjure a mimic, get it to imitate the mask, present that to the Minotaur, and then when their guard's down, give them the old what to.
Well, someone's going to have to use their one. I want out.
How does
I
that
could
sound?
use it.
Yeah, you do it then.
It sounds like a good idea, sure. You can go for it. If you
Sweet.
think you
All
can
right.
control this mimic, sure.
I mean, I'm really friendly, and things like me by nature, so I'm sure the mimic will.
As long as we don't put it on our face, we should be fine.
Yes.
And as long as we don't mix them up.
Let's not mix it up.
Is there a way to try and think about a friendly mimic when you're conjuring?
I will think friendly thoughts when casting the spell.
Excellent.
Okay.
Just
So
gonna
you're
look at the
gonna-
mask. Mimic, and he's just gonna point the wand awkwardly.
Okay. The same blinding light shines once again. All of you just kind of like hiss and pull back as it just shines right next to the mask. You see this glow of like dark black liquid begin to move and kind of like disfigure itself, very much like a sea creature of the deep that has this kind of like changing patterns to the skin, like an octopus in a way that it just kind of like shifts back and forth between colors and kind of textures. You see this gray black blob just begin to mimic the stone, mimic areas around it as it begins to kind of like take place and find its footing. Who is going to try and persuade it or do anything with it? It's just appeared.
Right. Hello. We've created you out of nothing, and we're here to try trick a bad person. Would you help us? I'm going to try persuade it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Jesus wept. Okay. Bye.
You see the grey blob looking around, like confused as to why it's been created.
I got a 16.
16. Okay. You see the blob kind of like, even though it doesn't have a face, there has like a bit of momentum and like motion to it, which gives you the idea that it's having a perspective, and it shifts it up to you. And you just see like this little hand reach up to your face to like try and touch your cheek. Do you accept?
Yeah, absolutely. I give my hand over for it to like crawl up it.
Okay. It begins to crawl up your hand. And then you watch with speed, it just runs up to your face, and you see it just stretch out like a canopy against it. And very much like Jim Carrey in The Mask, where he's like, trying to like pull it off as it's getting attached to his face. You see the mask kind of begin to form around yours.
Not
and it's
not on me. Not me.
you begin to kind of like tug against it, and you feel the material itself become harder, like a golden sort of shine and finish to it. And the rest of you watch as it begins to mimic the same mask that lays before you. And you watch as it just creates itself. However, it does have slight bits of motion to it. You see the eyebrows slightly move. You see the lips begin to slightly move as well. But it can hold still long enough. There's just a bit more of a tangibility to it, less hardened.
That'll do nicely.
Can I speak or am I silenced?
Yeah, you can speak.
Yeah. Oh, okay. How does
The
it look?
mask moves and opens up and begins to like skin opening, and the mouth moves with you.
I think on close inspection, he might know it, but maybe we can like go, oh, here's the real. Then, hand the different mask over, like a sleight of hand.
Sure. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm not very good at sleight of hand, and it's on my face.
Okay, well, I'm gonna just handily take it then.
You can try.
So
Okay.
I'm sort of take both masks into my hand.
I'd like you to try and roll a persuasion check to see if you can take and coerce the mask into your hand.
Yeah. That was not a good throw. Let me try that again. Well, no, because it's just sort of caught there. That's just what's persuading again. It's charisma, so it's 15.
15, good enough. You persuade it to kind of leave Rain's face, and you now have it in your palm.
Right, so I have both masks. So what I will do is be like, oh, here's the real mask.
And then I'll do a quick dance move. And then whilst you switch the ditch.
Yeah, and then I switch the tips, yeah.
Nice.
That sounds great. Flawless.
Yes, this is a fine adventure.
A very good adventure.
I see.
Adventure, Jason. Adventure.
You know what? I was wrong about you. That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
I knew he'd warm up to you.
And then I sort of tried to do high five.
Shall we head on out of this place?
Yes.
Yeah,
And
basically.
remember to not look at mirrors on our way back. We don't need a repeat of that.
Oh, they're just boring anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally boring.
That was you destroying the mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you
No.
could have just taken the other route, right? There was two paths.
Oh.
But they both looked like they had mirrors.
One of them's a fake. A lot of tricks in these tombs, unless you know how to find them. Nonetheless, let us continue forward. I will let you lead, and I will follow behind. Do we have some sort of call sign or word for me to intervene when the process is happening?
Adventure. No, not adventure. At that point,
You say that way too.
I do.
Rock.
No, I say rock often as well.
Oh.
Uh,
How about when Jason says anything?
No, I think
Grunts not included. He does grunt
I
quite
was
a bit.
about to ask. Okay, that's good to know. No grunts.
Maybe.
wait, maybe something boring that's not adventuring. Taxes.
Oh, I've never heard that word before.
Oh, I used to learn that a lot in the trading company.
Do you know the word possession? Perhaps you could use that one.
I do know the word
We
possession
know the
now.
word possession.
Yeah.
I have a dictionary with that word in it. Did you know possession is a philosophical term of... Why is this... Okay.
That dictionary is drawn in crayon.
Oh, that's why it's a load of dross.
I like that word.
So possession. We're doing possession.
Possession.
All right, we'll have to. I guess if you're hiding outside or something, we'll have to be pretty loud about it. But yes, all right, let's do it. And we could say, when do we get our possessions or something like
Yeah, that works.
Oh,
Yeah,
would
when-
you like to become invisible? You can get inside with us then.
I'll be worried if he can see through the invisibility, but we can give it a shot if you think.
Just stand
Alright.
behind Haberdashery. He's a big turtle.
Exactly.
No, I will just wait outside.
that? That's probably for the best.
Yeah.
Well, I will turn you invisible when we get to there.
Okay. Then let us leave this tomb and kill this trickster. And whatever plunder you may find in his stead is yours. I do not wish to have any of it. Let's hope for your sake that all of it is real,
So,
or at least some of it.
I'm imagining as we're walking out, because I'm nearer the back, I'll kind of just turn to Arthur and just like ask. So, is he some sort of shapeshifter? Is that his whole thing?
Well, it's quite a long story. He was created and born through the coupling of a fae and and an infernal devil. From there, he sprang into this world and decided to wreak chaos in the material world. But it turns out that people weren't happy with that, and thus they tried to kill him. But he was too powerful to kill him outright, so instead they found a way to divide his body into three. And his cursed state that he's in currently, well, that is just part of the curse that he has. It is his more infernal features. When he is fully whole, he is a beauty to behold. You will not be able to take your eyes away from him. The more fayish side will almost exude, but now it is his devilish personality that is being shown.
Okay.
You know, just realizing that that mummified elven corpse is the third piece of this puzzle.
You only just realised that? I thought
I thought we got that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have no
totally.
wisdom whatsoever, and I figured that out.
I kind of assumed you figured it out because of the way you were talking about it.
I thought we only had two pieces, the mask and the body. I don't know what the third is.
Well, him, isn't it?
That makes sense.
Again, I have no wisdom whatsoever, and I figured that out.
Well, I don't know how this puzzle works. It's a land thing.
Do you know how this puzzle works? And I hand a Sudoku over.
I will attempt to do the Sudoku.
Okay, it's attempted while we get over there then.
Get a piece of paper back.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. My strongest stat.
I want to help solve this Sudoku puzzle.
Awesome.
You may roll as well or give them advantage, either one.
18.
18, okay. And Rain?
A 9.
9, okay. So Haberdashery is kind of leaning over your shoulder going, no.
No, the 4 goes there.
Okay.
See, now that lines up with that one. See?
Uh-huh.
See how? Okay, now
Yeah.
for the
Yeah, okay, cool. And as she's filling it, it gets wetter and wetter, and just it gets more crumpled and crumpled. And it's just, okay, I did it! And I just hand you a roll of wet paper.
Thornrock looks at it, and I mean, Thornrock doesn't know how to do Sudoku, so they're just like, wow, you solved it!
I did it.
I think you did. I can't tell.
Let's hope we're better at saving the day.
You see Arthur's just shaking his head, mumbling under his breath, how did I get into this position? Oh, every time. As you leave the tomb, find your way to the antique storage unit where you had met with the proprietor earlier in the day. You begin the plan. You see Arthur looks at you, let me know when I go inside, I'll wait out here.
Did we kind of take a short rest at any point?
Yeah, we'll say the little picnic you had getting to know each other was the short rest.
Wonderful.
Cool.
Is that?
So that's
You
going to
can-
be... What we'll say is because you haven't really taken much damage, you heal up to full.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
sweet.
And any abilities that you have that rely on a short rest have come back. But I don't think you...
I haven't used any of my abilities yet, so...
I have a feature. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to find it. It's never where I think it is.
Oh, there's something. Do we still have disadvantage saves?
And
Meech.
you do, yes. It lasts
Okay.
for the day.
Cool.
I'm trying to find it on my sheet. I have an ability which means I can some spell slot on a short rest. I'm just trying to find it.
Okay. Have you used any spells?
I did. I used one. I used the thunder wave to break the tree.
Okay. Then, yeah, you can regain it. That's fine.
Thank you. Here we go. Natural recovery. Oh no, never mind.
Okay.
Once per long rest during a short. Oh, I see. Yes. So during a short rest, I can choose an expended spell slot to recover. The spell slot can have a combined level of up to 2, and none of the slots can be 6 or higher.
There you go. So you can regain the spell slot then.
Thank you.
Everyone's
Okay.
back to full.
Wait for the code word possession.
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 And it's
And
the
that's-
singular version of possession, right? One's possession, not possessions. Are we being technical with this?
Just the singular. Yeah.
I think it's better to be technical with this and just say any variant of it, just in case.
Okay, yeah, just try not to say any variant of it until it's time.
Yeah.
Until, I guess, and then when do we know? Should we just say when
Well,
the Minotaur starts to suspect something is up?
well, once I swap the mask over, or else it's fairly pointless. So a bit
We
after
should
that.
do it when the game's up, and if one of us gets possessed again, I think we should probably do that.
Okay.
We need some help.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
Hey, let me handle the talking and the masking.
Okay.
That sounds like a great idea.
The talking part worries me.
I'm good at the masking part.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's
So
the
someone
talking.
else does the talking. You keep it zipped. but
Okay.
Do the masking. How about that? Any volunteers?
I could go.
I was gonna.
I'm
You,
Good. Yeah,
you seem very good with.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been working on it.
No. I'm good too. I think.
Well, you can join me. We can both talk.
Okay.
Let's head inside.
You head inside. You go through the doors. You find the same musty sort of interior that you did last time. The broken pots and the areas that were kind of destroyed earlier in the day. Some of them have been cleaned up. Others have just been discarded and swept under some of the storage units. But as you enter, you see straight away down one of the passageways here on between the shelves. You see the Minotaur. And you see he turns around and looks towards you with a slight grin across his face. Ah, so it looks as though you have returned. Do you have the mask?
I wave the real one up.
Very good. Please come closer. Come closer.
Of course. And we defeated your nemesis rival thing. Pulls out the little sheath thing with the blood.
You see he kind of stops for a
Also,
second. You killed him.
oh,
Arthur
defeated
Bonneville.
him.
That is
Just
quite a
kidding.
shock. He's a very powerful elf.
Well, you see, what happened is that he actually got possessed by these things in the water, and so we were able just to beat him whilst he was possessed.
He
So
was
that might
possessed?
explain it.
He wasn't ever possessed.
And there are no scars or damage against him.
I'm a very good healer.
Roll a deception check.
Oh,
I'll give you advantage.
okay.
Because you have Marius helping you.
That's a crit 20.
Oh,
Oh, let's go.
okay.
Ooh.
He just kind of goes, very good. Well, he's been quite a thorn in my side, so congratulations. I guess I will have to give you more, but I'm giving you everything already, so that is, I guess, sufficeable. Please enter. We'll get further in. Would any of you like a drink?
Wait, can I talk, guys? It's really hard to.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, yes, that would be great.
Okay. You see he walks down, leads you to the back of the room where you kind of like saw him before, but you didn't really enter. You see it's kind of larger space, almost like a half dome sort of structure to it, semicircle. You see that there are elements of like relics and stuff here, but there is a table in the center with a few chairs sparkled around, and you see he kind of like gestures to, please take a seat. And he grabs one of the chairs and sits on them. May I inspect the mask?
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
want to.
hurting any of you, but just to be safe.
Yeah, you want to put it on and everything.
Yes, why not?
Okay, well, here's the mask.
Okay.
And whilst you do that, I go, oh, and also, check this out.
I also I will again I'll just start clapping and just making a big thing out of it.
I'll do
Yeah.
like thaumaturgy to add like visual effects.
All right. Haberdashery, roll a performance check at advantage.
Okay. With advantage.
Yes.
Yeah, we're helping.
Yeah.
20! Sickest
see-
moves you've ever seen.
You have now regained the feeling in your legs,
Oh,
and you are now able to bust and pop and lock every part of your body because you have freedom of movement. He is kind of like, no need for the whoa, wow. This
Yes.
is impressive. I did not think an old man like you would be able to bust such a move.
That took hey?
He's really good.
Right,
Let
so
us
hit.
all start dancing. And you see he starts like standing up. And he starts kind of, like,
Yeah,
busting.
woo.
here we go. Here we go. You know,
Oi.
addictive. You could almost say it's like a possession of some.
I haven't handed over the mask yet.
Oh shit.
Well, I will just ignore this. Let's do the mask. And he kind of reaches over for the mask. I'd like you
Yeah.
to roll a sleight of hand check at
Yeah.
advantage as well.
Cool. It's a good thing it's at advantage. So
Wait.
18 plus, what's my sleight of hand? It's going to be quite high, to be fair. 23.
The DC was 15. You beat it. You see, he kind of like takes the mimic mask, and he's still kind of like smiling, looking around, doing like some dad moves, just kind of like really feeling it out. Well, this is great celebration. And he holds the mask. The rest of you who aren't distracted by this, well, it's a natural 20, so a lot of you are. But because you're a part of the plan, you can see just down the corridor, Arthur just kind of waiting in the wings and just has a book at hand, ready to interrupt whatever's going to be happening. You see, grabbing the fake mask, the Minotaur puts it on, and he just kind of begins to place it against his face.
Oh, can I do something? When he puts on the fake mask, I'm going to put on the real at the same time.
Okay, it's very face-off, this. He puts on the mask. He's kind of like enjoying it. He's having like that moment from American Psycho where he's like putting on the face mask and he's like enjoying it a bit too much. He's looking up to the sky. He's like, oh, finally we are back as one. And he's just kind of like indulging it. And he sees you wearing that mask. And he's like,
Hey, twinsies!
wait a minute. What?
Put that thing away.
I'm gonna bring out my wand
Logic.
Mhm.
and I'm gonna do spell chains to try it, like trap him in chains, basically.
Chains is a 6-letter word.
Chain up.
Chain.
I'm gonna try again.
This could go wrong.
Rain can't spell.
Okay, so you place it in forward. You say the word chain. You watch it just kind of the light flood in once again. All of you begin to feel this sensation of your feet being grappled and held together. I'm going to need each one of you to roll a strength saving throw
Oh,
as the
Lord.
entire room is being chained.
I
sound
tried.
good, but yeah. 11.
11, okay.
12.
18.
12, 18,
10.
10. Jason, what did you roll?
7.
7. Okay. Haberdashery is the only one that succeeds, unfortunately.
My God.
Even the
Can't
Minotaur
practice
fails.
Moves.
The chain tries to wrap around you, but you're just like dancing out of the way.
Too fast for you.
Moving fast. Everyone, all of you feel the chains begin to wrap up your legs and hold you down in place. You see the Minotaur is also grappled, Arthur included. You see everyone is held except for Haberdashery as he's just kind of like still busting
Here
on
we
this.
go.
You see as the mask is placed against his face, he's looking around. No! As he looks up to the body that's on the chains, you see he reaches up with one hand, the chains go loose, and the body flops itself on top of the table where all of you were having a drink before. You see he looks down at it, looks towards you, Salt Rock. You see he kind of like grins with anger. And then I'm going to need all of you to roll initiative as we have one final combat encounter.
Oh, dear.
I'm so
Oh, that's a 7 for me.
Got 19.
Oh, wow.
3 for.
13.
Haberdashery, what did you get?
3.
3, okay. Marius, what was yours?
Still in a dance.
What was yours, Marius? Robbie?
7.
7. And Salt Rock?
8.
8, okay. Luckily, the Minotaur, who you haven't asked what his fucking name is, he's really not giving a fuck. Rolled a nat 1.
Yes!
Oh, great.
just
Wow,
gonna
we
be
all
a
rolled
lot.
really low, but he rolled really super low. So.
Yeah, he rolled a nat 1, and he has no bonuses, and that one's just a fail. So he's last in the pegging order. So what we'll do is we'll go in order of you guys. So Jason, you're the first to act with a 19.
I'm still in the chains, right?
You are in chains. Your
Yeah,
feet are kind of like held together, but they're bound to themselves. So it's like you've been cuffed to your legs. So you're not tethered to anything. You're just kind of like bound in your feet, and they're a bit heavy.
Okay. I'm going to hop over to the Minotaur and try and strangle him with my bare hand.
The Jason Gnome way. Okay, go for it. So make an attack roll. You hop over, land next to him.
Jeez.
You know what I love is that you love knives, but you never use them.
Yeah.
So a natural 20 is an automatic crit. So you roll the dice twice on the damage.
Cool. And that is 2d. So that's 7
high
on
enough.
the
I might
first one.
actually kill this guy. Okay.
4 plus 3, and then another one.
Oh,
7 again.
Nice.
So 14 total.
Strong.
Nice. Yeah. He's a thick-necked guy. And you are a gnome. What you've done, instead of like grabbing him, you've used your entire body and you're almost like pincering him in this moment.
A bear hug.
Just a
Come here, you.
Get off of me! As he's just being choked out. That's your go. We'll move on to the next. So
Can I
that's
still be
Rain.
grappling him?
Yes, you're going to be
yeah.
held there, so he can't
Cool.
get out.
Okay, so if I misty step, can I misty step out of these chains? Or would
Yes,
they?
you can.
Okay, cool. I'm going to bonus action. I'm just going to go, oh, I'm so sorry. And then a sea fog is just going to come out of nowhere and just almost like a magician's trick, just going to wrap around, and then it goes and I'm no longer there. And I'm going to be by Arthur. How far away is Arthur?
Arthur's about 30 feet away.
Okay, I'm going to go in between. So I'm like 15 feet away from him and away from so I'm going to do that. And then I am going to... That was a spell, so I can't do another spell, I've just realised.
You can do another spell. We allow for spells to take action and bonus actions in one turn. So you can
That's
cast
amazing. Thank you. In which case, then what I'm going to do is I am going to... how am I going to do this? I'm going to just start looking upwards as like the illusion of water starts to come around me, as if I'm almost like on a plinth of some sort. And I'm just going to go, I want to be where the people are. And I'm just going to point to the Minotaur and cast a moonbeam at second level.
All right.
Right. A silvery beam of pale light comes down in a 5-foot radius, 40-foot high cylinder.
Yeah.
Also, sorry. When a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it is engulfed in ghostly flames, causing searing pain, and must make a Constitution saving throw.
What we're going to do, because
I
rolled them
believe
slightly
that
differently,
also shapeshifters
it shows shapeshifters, yeah.
That
get
is exactly what.
disadvantage on the
So-
cons, you know?
Disadvantage, yeah.
Yeah.
What we do is the damage will happen straight away, so we're going to roll now.
Yeah.
And then we can do it again at the start of the turn. So, Jason, unfortunately, you're also going to have to roll.
I'm so
That's a con
sorry.
save.
I have no spells.
This
That
your
is,
thing,
cool.
like,
yeah.
Just a
Just a con save.
He
30.
fails.
Yeah.
The
30.
trickster fails.
I've got
It's a 15 DC, so you also fail.
So roll the damage.
2d10. Just a second.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I will
Jason
rush
Gnome
you.
going down.
That's 18
Oh,
radiant damage.
Nice.
Oh my
I'm-
god.
dead.
I'm so sorry.
So you aren't dead, you're just knocked to zero.
Yeah.
So you are kind of like in this tussle with the Minotaur, grabbing him around the throat, and then you just see this light, and then you're brought back to that dark space once again,
Oh,
where you
yeah.
can see the reflection of yourself, just like, what was all this for?
I'm so. Oh dear. Oh no.
Never found out who I was.
That's the second adventure you did this to. We can't keep going through them like this.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it later.
Jason was cool.
As Jason goes limp onto the ground, just flops off of the Minotaur actually, you see his form begin to kind of warp slightly. And although he was already quite large and slightly grotesque with his look, you see he almost like lengthens in some areas, like that almost uncanny valley where his arm is slightly longer than another one. You see his face is slightly bulging off one side. Very reminiscent to the House of Mirrors that you were walking through before, where you saw everything disproportionate. You're seeing the same thing happen here. And you see almost like the red eyes begin to glow more prominently, and just this aura of like heat emanates from his body. You see the full form of his kind of infernal heritage kicking in. Anything else in your turn? I think that's pretty much it. No?
That's everything other than I'm going to yell, I'll fix this. That's it.
Okay.
We can't keep going through all these adventures.
It's Arthur's turn now. He's going to see Jason on the floor, and he's going to try and heal you. So that's going to be a D4 for you as he casts Healing Word. That's 7 points of healing to you, Jason. So you come back to 7 HP, no longer unconscious, but you are on the ground. And in that moment, as you're about to reveal who the shadowed figure was, you're just kind of pulled back out of it again, and you find yourself back to consciousness once more. Arthur, holding the book in the other hand, you see he begins to write. And you now watch as he begins to speak these incantations, which is a similar language to what you know, haberdashery, the same language that you were speaking earlier before, the lost and forgotten Elvish. You see he begins to just this kind of like guttural, gruff sort of sounds ringing out as you see the fiendish creature, the Minotaur, begin to glow, the body on the table begin to glow, and as well as the mask, which is in the possession of Salt Rock, begin to glow. You hear he just says, I'm going to need a few rounds of this, as he's just kind of like trying to prepare everything. Salt Rock, it's your turn.
Well, I am going to attack the Minotaur itself, but before I attack it, Draconic Cry, which gives a bonus action to against a foe within 10 feet of me or my ally, and it gives an advantage attack roll until the next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my bonus action, and the Draconic Cry would be like, "We're going to take this Minotaur with adventure!" And then I swing my scimitar at him.
Okay, go for it.
So that's with advantage. So, okay, so it'd be 11, so it'd be plus 5. So 16.
16, that is just a hit. His armor class is 16, so that hits.
Cool. Give me a second, where's my D6? There's my D6. So that'd be 10.
10, well, okay. Slice into him. You see he just kind of takes it. The mimic that's on his face, you see on occasion goes up and begins to blur his vision and is trying to like mess up his just kind of everything, his senses. And he's just trying to claw at it and take it off, but still being burned by the light, and then you slicing into him as well. Anything else on your turn, or is that it?
I take off the mask as well, because I realize, and just toss it behind my back as far as I can.
Can you roll a dexterity check?
Cool.
To see where it goes.
15 plus my dexterity, so that's 3, so 18.
Okay, you have free will to throw it wherever you'd like. You can throw it across the room. Where would you like to throw it?
I guess towards Arthur would probably be the best option.
Okay. You fling it towards Arthur with the roll. You get it over Rain's head, and it lands just by his feet, and he kind of sees it and nods in your direction. Kind of now in his possession, ready to use.
Nice.
Very good. Marius, you're next. So Robbie, go for it.
Yep, I realized I was muted.
No worries.
I'm gonna put one hand on Jason's shoulder. Just gonna say, "Go get him," and I'm gonna give him heroism,
Okay.
which means they're immune to being frightened, and they gain temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting ability modifier at the start of each of their turns for
Okay.
an hour. So he would get 4 temporary hit points.
Okay.
And I will also give him Bardic Inspiration. Why not?
Very good. And that's a D6.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, so Jason, you now have 4 HP on top of your 7. So just make a mental note that you have 11 HP. And as well, the next roll, any roll that you wish to make, can add a D6 to it. Attack roll, saving throw, ability check, whatever it is.
Cool.
It's about 1D6.
I'm back, baby. Thanks.
Anything else, Marius?
I could heal him still. Is anyone else hurt?
No.
I think we're going to do fairly well, to be
The
fair.
Minotaur.
I'll
You can
heal
heal
him
him
just
later.
in case. No. The fuck? No, I'll heal Jason. Why not? Give him the extra boost.
Cool.
So that's 2d4. 3 plus 5. That is another. Oh wait, no. That's 5 plus 4. That is 9. 9 more hit points.
You're 9.
I won't fix this. Everyone else fixes my mistake. This is beautiful.
Haberdashery, it's your turn.
Cool. I kind of look around the room, taking it all in, and like, yeah, it's all going to plan.
As you're still dancing.
Totally.
Yeah.
There's now a light show as the moonlight is shining in.
Okay. Time for business. I'm gonna look over at the corpse that's landed on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like, yeah, kind of want to set that on fire. I think I'm going to do like just a firebolt cantrip.
Okay, yeah, sure. It's a stationary object, so just roll damage. You hit it.
It's just a D4. Oh, 4. Nice.
Okay. As it begins to set alight, you see the devil himself, the trickster. He is engulfed in flames, and he takes part of that damage too. You see, they're almost connected in some way.
Nice.
But you see the flame, although kind of lands as an ember on the body. You watch as he is engulfed in fire, as though the damage which was dealt to that is almost amplified into him.
I'm smart.
He is weaker there. I'm smart. Very good. Anything else on your turn?
I just relay it to the. Hey, get the corpse. That's a fast track to defeating him. Also, I didn't catch your name. Sorry, we never.
It doesn't matter anymore.
No,
We'll all be
quite
dead by the end
rude.
of this. And you see him just getting angry and angrier. Still trying to deal with this mirror. He's like, get the fuck off of me, as he's just trying to rip it apart. But yeah.
Oh, our child. Leave him alone.
A little squirmy baby of ink.
Inky baby. Is that your turn, Haberdashery?
Yeah.
All right. It is now the Minotaur's turn, whose name is Marco. He is
Record.
just for
That's
the record,
hilarious.
put it out there. He is going to possession, possession. How about you, boy who strangled me? Help me in this fight. And I'm going to need you to roll a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage.
No.
You do have a D6.
Yeah, you can have the D6.
Okay.
Con save as well.
So that's,
Rain, if you could roll damage on the moonbeam as well, since they failed.
Yeah, of course.
So you roll a D6 as well? Sorry.
You can add a d6 if you want to any roll.
okay, so it's 11 minus 4, that'd be 7.
Yeah, roll the d6 then.
9.
No,
No.
okay. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
Uh,
You hear his words, and you are just dominated by this fiendish figure, and they just tell you to attack your team. More specifically, go for the mask. But that is their turn. Then what they'll do is they're going to move with the chains, just try and like make their way as close as they can. And then you watch as the claws scratch against the mask, and you watch as the mimic itself is now torn into two and falls to the ground as he destroys the mimic with one attack roll. He is no longer blinded by the mimic, and is now Jason's turn as we're back to the top of initiative.
Very quickly, I did 11 damage.
11, perfect.
Yeah.
Really going through him here.
Yeah.
Excellent.
go for the mask.
Go for the mask.
Is that the mask over there? The body on the table?
Oh, he's an idiot as well. Oh,
I'm gonna go for that body.
never mind, just kill her. And he points towards Rain.
Hello.
Oh, gladly.
Yeah. Oh, it seems fitting.
So, I run at Rain bare hands. Bare hands bared.
The Strangler strikes again.
Okay. Yeah. 19.
Oh, that hits.
Oh dear.
Oh, plus what is it?
I mean, it hits.
I mean, yeah, you hit
it
me.
hits.
Your
2 5.
5 damage, Jesus.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to be
Just
healing.
roll a Constitution saving throw to maintain the spell.
Yes. Okay. 3 damage. And then Constitution saving throw. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Sorry.
Want to roll a 10 or higher?
Yeah. That is an unnatural 20.
Okay, perfect. You maintain concentration on the spell. That is now Rain's turn. You're next.
Cool. I'm assuming you're on my throat. Just hanging there.
You strangled most people in this party.
Yeah.
More of us than you.
We actually met him just
No,
strangling us, and they were like, he has to be on our team now.
Oh, I could do something very fun.
There's things you don't know about me.
There's things
I don't know about
you.
me.
As this gnome is on my throat,
It's like baby hands, just like grabbing.
yeah,
They're freakishly strong.
I'm gonna look kind of towards you and be like, you wouldn't hurt me now, would you? And then I'm gonna wild shape into a lizard. So then I just drop
down below.
Nice.
and then I'm gonna scuttle towards the mask.
Okay, perfect.
That's
You
it.
Make your way back to the mask. You are now next to Arthur, as it is now his go.
Yeah.
Arthur, continuing the incantation. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask one of you guys to roll a d20. Let's go with who's feeling lucky? Who wants to roll a d20?
I'm not lucky.
Oh, I'm feeling lucky, punk.
Go for it.
Adventure.
There we go. It is a 15.
15. Okay, that's a success. So you're partway through. Just one more is needed for the incantation to complete. You see, he just kind of looks over. It's nearly done. We just need to one more step, and that's it. And you just hear like the sounds begin to grow louder. Parts of the room as well, you see, begin to flicker. A lot of the elements on these shelves, the illusion that was here of a lot of things, begins to like flicker out of existence. And the promise of all of this luxury and kind of all of these riches slowly seem to like fade away like a force ghost, as the illusion of this place is falling apart completely as the ritual is coming to an end. So that's Arthur's go. Salt Rock, it's your go.
Well, I feel like we need to slap someone senseless. Da-da, da-da. And then, yeah, I'm just going to try normally. I'm not going to use Draconic Cry again to get advantage.
Okay.
Just in case I might need that later.
That's a flaw. We don't count
11.
floor dice.
Maybe they do.
No. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Yeah, pick it up. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
So that's that'd be 11 plus. I assume just the strength. I wouldn't add that. So that'd be 14.
Okay, so you're making an attack roll against who?
Jason, I'm gonna slap him.
Does that hit your AC? Is that 14?
Yeah. That's
Okay.
my okay. Ah!
So are you attacking with a weapon or just your free hand?
Just my free hand.
So that's going to be your strength plus your +1.
+1. So that'd be 4 then.
4.
Okay, if you could roll another wisdom saving throw, Jason, to see if you snap out of it. You still have disadvantage, unfortunately.
-1.
-1. Okay, you're still under the effects. Why is your wisdom so shit?
Yeah. Every time I roll wisdom.
I'm gonna use action surge to slap him again.
Try it again.
Yeah. That one's not going to hit because that's 7, so that'd be 10 in total. I don't think that hits, does it?
Yeah, my armor class is 9.
Oh, okay, so that
How much
hits.
your armor class 9?
I'm just wearing a cloak.
So I hit.
Yeah.
So I hit you again. Port down.
I'm great at fighting. Just
Get
great
out
at
of this now!
Are you great at
Okay.
fighting? You
Roll
run around
wisdom
trying to
throw again, right?
strangle.
Another wisdom save, but this time just a straight roll. It just applies once per round. So a straight roll this time.
Okay. 1. And that's just a natural. That's a natural 1 as well.
Oh my god. You're just being slapped.
Out of
How much damage is that?
Oh yeah, how much damage?
1 plus strength twice.
Yeah, so that'd be 8 in total.
8 in total.
Okay.
You're gonna down him with those slaps.
It's fine. He's already been downed once. It's like it only matters.
Fuels
Oh.
him. It fuels
Yes.
him.
Snap out of it! You're Jason!
Okay,
I don't know
Marius.
who I am.
Marius, you're next.
He's gonna pull out his lute and he's gonna get ready to play, but instead of anything good sounding, it's just like that one Brooklyn Nine-Nine scene where he's just like strumming discordantly and he's gonna cast and he's gonna do dissonant whispers on the trickster.
Nice. What's the saving throw? Wisdom.
Yes.
That's fucking 10. This fails. I've been rolling
he
really bad for this dude. He's not
takes-
doing well.
I'm gonna do the second level, so he takes 4d6.
Okay,
so 2, 5. Oh my god, 6. That is 9 damage in total.
9 damage. Okay.
Also, the psychic damage, and must immediately use its reaction if available to move as far away from you as it can, using the safest route.
Okay. He does that. His legs are still chained together. So what he does, he just flops into the ground. Ugh! And he lands right on top of his corpse that is on the table. So now he's just on top of it as both of them are on fire. Anything else on your turn, Marius?
I don't know if I can do anything. I
Okay.
will give a bardic inspiration to Dingleberry Bucket.
Haberdashery. Okay.
Haberdashery, yep.
All right. Haberdashery, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. They're not looking well, right?
No, they are fucked. Let's just put it that way. They're not doing too well. They're on top of their corpse. Both of them are burning. He's just kind of like shouting out profanity at this point.
Okay. I have a chromatic orb.
Okay.
but I'm going to the doctors to get that checked. It looks benign to me, but I feel professional.
Always get checked.
I'm gonna whip out the magic chaos orb that I was given.
Oh
This guy.
no!
No. Oh my God.
Right. So
It's now or never.
there is like a ripcord next to it. You basically pull the ripcord, and then you see the energy build up inside. You have advantage on your next roll, which is you can use your action to do anything, and it has advantage. So if there's something you want to do in tandem with this, up to you.
Okay. Yeah,
So if
I'm
you
gonna
want to cast that spell,
I'm gonna rip the ripcord and then throw it up into the air to try to land near the corpse.
mhm.
And as I throw it, I'm going to try and, with the same move, try and do a front flip.
Oh my god!
Are you one of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
Yes.
Is this what's happening?
He heard about them and he really, really wants to be them.
Okay, what I'd like you to do is to roll an athletics check at advantage
Okay.
to see if you can pull this off. You can add a d6 to this if you want to.
Athletics. Advantage.
Athletics or acrobatics. So you can use your dex or your strength.
Well, so that's 11 if I don't add to that.
Yeah.
right?
Do it.
Yeah.
Add the 6.
May as well.
Okay. 14.
Okay, you kind of like give a kick flip and then just throw the orb into the air, shouting Kobe as it just flies. You watch as the chaos energy inside of it begins to hum and go brighter. Roll a d100. We'll see what the result is on the wild magic table.
100.
So do you know how to do that?
Attack dice and then the other one.
Yeah,
Roll
and
them
that's-
together.
That's why there's
Yeah.
two.
20.
20. Okay. You land, but I'm going to need you to roll a dexterity saving throw as you land.
Oh
my
dear.
god.
Oh no, is it a fireball?
Nope.
And just my dex.
Dex save. Yeah.
That is.
So it's in the big box on
Oh,
the
yeah,
side
yeah,
here.
of course.
Plus one.
That's 14.
14. Okay, I'd say you succeed at this. What happens is you pull the ripcord and you throw it. The reason that you got so much spin as you did that backflip is because the floor is completely covered in grease as the grease spell is being cast. And everything now has this layer of like petroleum on it, that everything's slightly oil slicky. And you just kind of like land back down onto your feet, skating slightly as you move around. The orb flies, lands on top. It does crack, and I'm going to need you to roll a d20.
Grease is super flammable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a.
I feel really good than I expected. Hang on. Oh, 4.
4. Okay. You watch as that orb cracks down the center, and you see the light begin to flood out of it, almost like having a microwave that is like with a door open. You're just seeing this just light shimmering from within. Because it landed on the corpse as well as the Minotaur, you watch as it begins to burn into them, and he just kind of bats it down onto the ground. You expect that if this was hit again, it will probably rupture and explode into some like ball of fire. So there's that to bear in mind.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Haberdashery?
Cowabunga! Yes!
I did not expect anything less. And then it's Marco's turn, the Minotaur. I have to remind you it's the Minotaur because you didn't remember his name because he never said it. He is going to stand up after kind of falling on top, covered in grease as everyone else is now in this room. Sees Arthur, sees the rest of you here, and he's going to cast another spell. This time you see him disappear and reappear next to Arthur, Jason, and as well it would be Rain. So he's now in between the three of you there, just standing, grease dripping down him. You are kind of impeding slightly as a lizard. because you're on top of the mask as he tries to go and grab it. He's
Yeah.
going to try and swat you away. So he's going to make an attack roll against you.
Okay.
That's-
I don't
yeah.
have the lizard stat box.
It's going to be like a 12 or something.
Okay.
We'll say
Can
it's 12. Yes.
If he rolled high, could I do cutting words?
He did roll high. He rolled a natural 17.
So I can expend one of my bardic inspiration to subtract the number rolled on the creature's roll, reducing the damage or the check, potentially turning the success into a failure.
Okay, so go for it. Roll the d6.
D6. Yep.
Roll a 5 or a 6.
I'll try. That's a 3.
So that's going to be a 16 to hit. Does that
I'm
hit you,
assuming that's gonna hit. Yeah.
Yeah, with the lizard, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to take, as he slices down into you, 12, 14 points of slashing damage as his claw just rakes into your form. You're going to take 10, essentially, in your real life rain form, as you are now no longer a lizard. As you remerge as yourself, having taken the damage, the claw scratches against your chest, and you are no longer next to the mask. He is still trying to reach down for the mask. He hasn't got it yet, but that's the end of his turn. Jason, you are still possessed.
Snap out of it. Snap out of
I'm going to go throat again.
Oh,
At the start
no.
of your turn, you can roll another wisdom save.
Oh, yeah, of course. I just want to go throat. 10.
10? That's not enough, unfortunately.
All right.
Snap out. Why are you struggling again? Ah!
Okay. Three, 6. I don't think I've done anything.
Actually,
Yeah.
Jason, I haven't been rolling Constitution saving throws for this spell. He has taken some damage.
Okay.
And he has actually lost concentration of the spell. So you are no longer affected by
Okay.
it.
Do you still try to strangle me though?
I strangle.
It's up to you.
Cool. I'm suddenly.
Jason,
I'm
you've
suddenly-
been out of it for ages.
Get away! Get away! I run towards Marco, the Minotaur, he's on fire, right?
He's kind of like charred in areas. He's not a flame, no. But he's...
Okay, right. So I'm going to take on what Haberdashery said earlier. Just punch the crap out of the mummified body underneath.
Okay. The orb is also there, which you can see is glowing light.
Yeah.
Just pointing out.
So I'm gonna punch the body.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
So this will be an attack roll at advantage.
Okay.
You will hit, but it's just to see if you crit.
Okay.
Since it is a
15.
physical attack.
What is the modifier for it?
Well, if you just roll a damage,
Sorry. No, not sorry.
Okay, so just roll normal damage.
Okay. 3 plus 3, 6.
6. Okay. You punch into the corpse. Your hand goes through the bandages, the body. You reach in. You can feel the kind of innards in there. You can try and rip something out if you want.
I'm going for the heart.
Okay. You reach down. You feel not one, but 3 hearts connected to each other. And you just pull it back and you watch as all 3 pull out in your hand. And they're all kind of like connected and pumping with a divine light, which is being cast by Arthur, just in your hand. Just, yeah.
Gross.
Is that your turn? Anything else?
I'm going to throw him on the floor by the orb.
All right. Just roll an attack roll, please. Since you're throwing him by the orb.
14.
Okay, and then roll a d20.
Oh no.
2.
2. Okay.
Oh god,
You
we all
throw
explode.
the hearts, almost like one of the bowlers, like the thing that wrap around people's feet when they're trying to catch them. You throw that down. There's a bit of weight to them. They're almost like made of stone. And as you throw them down, you accidentally hit on top of the orb, and you watch as it just cracks on top, and like spreads out.
I go, yes! Wait, no!
The flame erupts everywhere, and I'm going to need all of you to roll dexterity saving throws.
I've got 2
Oh,
health.
Lord.
This is going well.
Well, that's not good. That would just be 6.
I've got even
I
worse.
got 20.
19.
4.
3.
Oh no.
Great, okay. Salt Rock, Rain, and Haberdashery, the 3 of you fail. You will be taking a fair bit of damage. Rain, you will be knocked unconscious. You will be
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I've got 2. We're dead. We're fine. We're gonna have a sleep.
So that's going to be.
I'm back up to full health at least.
So that's going to be 10 points of fire damage as the room erupts into flame. You watch as all of the illusions that were here, the walls of this building just completely collapse altogether and no longer there. And all of you are flung off to the different corners of this open space now. You can see a bit of trinkets just clatter to the ground. There's some things left behind here, but everything is gone. In the flame as it's broiling up. Is anyone still standing? Anyone down?
I'm
Just
down.
Still standing.
I think it's just Rain, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm all right.
Rain, okay.
It's only
Rain,
fair. I did down you immediately. So
Rain, you fall onto the ground unconscious, but everyone around here, all of you are pushed back by the flames. As you kind of like adjust your vision to see what's next, you see the body, the charred remains of this kind of mummified corpse just burning there on the ground, just singed. You can see elements of it open and unraveled, and you just see energy, this kind of like wispy black smoke just flooding out of it, like souls that being captured in are beginning to escape and flood out. You watch as the Minotaur is standing there, the mask by Arthur's side, just kind of like beginning to grow woozy as he stands and begins to buckle to one knee. Arthur grabs the mask and just kind of looks around to everyone. It's his turn. I'm going to need, why not? Let's have Shannon, roll a d20.
okay, I am unconscious. Can I still roll?
Yeah, it's fine.
Cool. Can I borrow that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, sorry, I've just chucked that halfway.
Oh no, not again.
Try the other one.
I'll roll.
Try my lucky dice.
Oh.
3.
3, okay. You see as Arthur has now reached down towards you, healed you for 6 points of healing, Rain. So you are now back to consciousness, just laying by his feet. He tries to finish the incantation, but you see Marco, the Minotaur, closes the book, holds it in his hand, and begins to try and crush it and burn it away. He's in the middle of doing that. The enchantment is nearly finished, but the Minotaur is just stopping it midway. Salt Rock, it's your turn.
Right, I'm going to use my last Draconic Cry now. So I'm just going to look at this. This ends now! Adventure! So now for the next... up to my next turn, everyone has advantage to an attack roll. And I swing my scimitar at the Minotaur's arms.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Do you have advantage?
Yeah, so...
Was there an
To be fair, even if it was a 19, it'd be a crit as well, but it's the fact that it is 20. So that is...
It's a 20? Wow.
Yep.
Okay, roll for the damage. Roll twice.
Where's my D6? There we go.
6.
So it's plus
3.
9, so plus 5. So that is 14 in total.
How would you like to kill the Minotaur?
Okay, so first I slice off the hands, seeing the book drop to the floor, and then I do a second swing right at his neck, flipping his head off with a clean slice.
Very nice.
As I shout, Adventure!
As you just scream out with this warrior's cry, you slice through. You remember the time being on the back of the dragon, flying for adventure, and you almost picture the blade itself being the dragon, and it just says, "Strike well," as you just cut through the head of the Minotaur. The head just pops off to the side, falls to the ground, lays dormant as the body, the rest of the Minotaur just collapses onto the ground. You see, as he's no longer alive, the body still writhes and still flickers, and you can see almost like a part of the head beginning to try and meld itself together again. Something about his curse means that his physical form cannot be destroyed. And you see Arthur just goes, "Oh, well done." And he grabs the mask and finishes the incantation. "Wait, I cannot finish it. Haberdashery," and he just gestures over to you. "What does this mean?" And he kind of like gestures on the word.
That's the Elvish word for. Do I know what it is? Or shall I?
Just say a word.
Okay, that's the Elvish word for sexy elf.
You say the word and you watch as the light just glows ever so bright. The physical form of this Minotaur begins to grow semi-translucent, as well as the corpse of the mummy and the mask itself. The three almost meld into one ghostly apparition. And then you watch as the book closes, as the soul is closed with it. And you see Arthur clips it together, pockets it, and breathes, and just kind of like falls to his knees. You're now out of combat, and you have beat the Minotaur.
Woo! Huzzah!
Yeah.
Adventure!
We
Take that out.
did it.
You did
Maybe
it.
I was wrong about you.
That's
Maybe
twice
you
he
are
said that.
badass.
High five.
Yeah.
Nice. Well done.
No, maybe not.
Yeah.
Well done.
That was fun, Raina. We need to go on another adventure.
Yeah, another adventure. Yeah.
More adventures. You said you're going to help me get as many
Oh,
adventures as possible.
But the most important part of adventure, is going to the tavern to celebrate right after your victory.
Yes,
Okay,
as they
well,
all
just ready.
say, friendship is adventure.
Who says
And
that?
with
Yes.
that, we end today's session. You see Arthur collects the book. He looks at the rest of you. Well, I would say it's been a pleasure, but no. Hopefully I never see you again. Good day. And he just kind of leaves you to your spoils, which you find there's a bit of lint, a bit of copper piece, maybe a chalice, but there's no grand gold, no diamonds, nothing left here.
Remember, guys, it's the adventure we made along the way.
Exactly.
I suppose it is, and I look into my pocket, I pull out that mirror and look at some of those sexy elves that are in there. Like,
Just gives you a wink.
Yeah. Maybe I really wanted treasure, but what I really wanted friends.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Friends make you who you are.
Yeah.
That's who you are. A good friend.
I think that's who I am. Jason, no.
Friend and a badass.
Yeah. What was
Okay.
that guy's name again?
Oh, yeah, we know that's the Minotaur's name, dude.
To
Oh,
the tavern.
To the
To
tavern.
the
to the
tavern.
tavern.
You head to the tavern. You see the man at the front of the door, now kind of spent his gold, wearing just lavish jewels and kind of large kind of overcoat. Sees you arrive and just runs away as the rest of you enter to kind of enjoy yourselves in this bit of a side quest, you could say. But that's
Hey.
been today's session. Thank you very much for joining us, and thank you very much for SideQuest for joining us for this one shot. It's been very lovely to have you guys here.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed.
Oh, lots of fun, lots
Oh,
of fun.
thank you.
It was a
You guys
pleasure.
were great.
That was fun, yeah.
You were great as well.
Thank you for
Thank
having us.
you.
Good stuff, good stuff. Is there anything you guys would like to plug, or anything in particular that you want to share, social media or anything?
Yeah, just our show SideQuest. We do a kind of performance version of essentially what you've seen tonight, where we do like get the audience to write little character sheets, and then we embody those characters on stage and go on a wild, wacky adventure. All the while, you get to pick which path it goes down. We perform that around. We're going to be performing in. We're around Sheffield ourselves. We do these all over. We're hopefully going to be at MCM Comic Con shortly, and then also we're going to be doing gigs at the Hope Theatre in London. So check us out. SideQuest Show on Instagram, and you'll find out all the details about us and when we're doing shows.
Excellent stuff. And you know who we are, Rolex Play. So that's pretty much it from us. But thank you very much for joining us, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy, guys. See ya.
Adventure.
Jason Gnome.
Jason.